League final, or not NBL1, sorry. Waratah League youth final. But don't be mistaken on the court's logos and whatnot. This is a youth league, Waratah League final, so at least we got to test out our audio and test out our intro. But it was a good intro. Good intro. What a game it's going to be, James. And thanks for joining us in the beautiful Hills District on a Sunday morning.
Yes, and welcome to the broadcast. What a grand final we have on our hands here today. Two very high-quality teams that did very well in the semi-finals yesterday. So let's just have a quick look back at those results on how these teams got back to got into the grand final for this Youth League Waratah competition, Garen.
Yeah, so 71-63, ousting the Central Coast Crusaders. Best of luck to the Penrith Panthers here in this game. Unlucky to the Central Coast Crusaders. You gave it your all, but they're a well-oiled machine. They're a well-coached team by the genius mastermind Jared Moore. They're a team that's grown up in the grassroots and have a really good uplifting, ground-up mentality. And they put in the hours and they put in the unseen hours, off-season hours. They really built that camaraderie and that chemistry, these Penrith Panthers. But going up against the Maitland Mustangs, and what did we see against them yesterday, James, against our North Bears?
Well, Maitland had a very convincing win against the North Bears, 91-75. And the standout for that game, all those two real big standouts, was the Twin Towers for the Maitland Mustangs. We're talking about J. Cole, we're talking about League MVP Billy Parsons. Billy Parsons with 23 points, J. Cole with 20 points. Both of them ended up backing up later that day for the NBL1 semi-finals victory for the Maitland Mustangs. So congratulations to their NBL1 team, the Mustangs in the Youth League men and NBL1 men's grand final.
Well, that's what I find it impressive. J. Cole came late into the game for Youth League, preserving his body for the NBL1 game, and he came in and he just absolutely lit it up in the paint, showcasing his footwork, showcasing his strength and early seals, getting that high post touch, getting those entries that can allow you to get easy buckets and free throws at the line. And that was really good and that was really key. And then Billy Parsons doing what Billy Parsons does. He's a league MVP for the reasons. And Penrith have a good system there, as do Maitland. Maitland's coaching staff, Maitland's system, that camaraderie they built there in Maitland, and what they call the Maitland stable down there in Maitland. So it was great. It was great to see them play well. And ousting the Norths and really showcasing their defense. So what do you got, James?
Yeah, meanwhile, for the Penrith Panthers, in that victory over the Crusaders, Adrian Vulinich just absolutely tore it up, 20 points. The forward for the Penrith Panthers has in the team of the year for a reason, and joining him in that team of the year is Jonah Perez. Now, he is an absolute talent, averaged 16 points this year for this season. A former New South Wales All-Schools representative, and managed to chip in 10 points yesterday, but overall that Crusaders-Panthers game was a little low scoring, 71-63.
He's been super reliable all season, hasn't he, James? He's been super reliable, super confident, and someone that's been growing in Jared Moore's system. So great to see him play well yesterday, and good to see him play hopefully well today. And it's going to be an intriguing matchup,
another
James.
Another player to look out for as well is Jonah's brother, Sam Perez. Now, this will be his last Youth League game in the Panthers jersey. Of course, he's going to graduate from this class. So talented, Sam Perez. That one-two punch the Perez brothers.
We'll see where he plays next, what uniform he plays in next. But best of luck in today's game. Hopefully, he can finish your Youth League season on the championship, right?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so it's all ahead of us here. We've got about 2 minutes until tip-off here at the beautiful Hills Basketball Stadium. And what a weekend it's been, Gary.
What a weekend it's been. And one thing to take note, because I think both J. Cole and Billy Parsons will be playing in the NBL1 game next, or after this later on. So I wonder what their minutes load is going to be, what the minutes load is going to be for these players. Do they preserve their energy? Do they give them quick bursts of energy? Or do they play them long stretches to get this win here? It's going to be tough, and it's going to be, like I said yesterday, another chess battle. And wow, it's going to be energetic, frenetic, and it's going to be tough here. And Jared Moore, a real mastermind here in the BNSW ranks.
That is interesting you mentioned that, Gary, and you wonder if Maitland might be looking ahead to that grand final later today in the NBL1 men's competition.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll look to rest some key players, but with the grand final, you can't take anything for granted. So I wouldn't be surprised to see likes of J. Cole and Riley Markovich, as well as Billy Parsons.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup.
A bit of a rinsing. And meanwhile, for Penrith, they don't have that issue yet. But word on the street, Garen, and hopefully this is true, is Penrith Panthers may be looking to enter the NBL 1.
I hope so. Hopefully they get enough funding or whatever it needs to be done, because they deserve a team. And the two coaches going at it, Callum Wade, I mean, a very, very high IQ coach. And in his coaching staff, stacked, he's got Luke Boyle coaching later on for your NBL 1. And then assistant coach Trevor Galshaw. And then Sophie Burden. Shout out to the manager. And then who do we have as assistant coaches for your Penrith Panthers? Obviously Jared Moore, part of BNSW, a coaching development manager. So obviously part of the ranks there. I've been privileged enough to watch a couple of his BNSW videos, and he's got a very unique, holistic approach to the game. A very holistic approach to the game. Very unique. Likes to do things outside the square, and his team has been successful for that reason. He's built that team from the ground up, the grassroots mentality. These boys go at it, that stick-to-itive mentality. I mean, it's stick-to-itiveness mentality. It's been great. And who else do we have for our Penrith Panthers games?
We got Graham Perez, is the assistant coach, manager Danielle Swartzer. And just a quick reminder, Penrith Panthers did finish top of the Youth League table with a 19-3 record. What an impressive season for these young Panthers. Hey, Maitland Mustangs also had a very respectable season, coming in third with 15 and 7 points. And of course, under coach Callum Wade, really emblematic of this Maitland system. They like to grow on from the grassroots. Callum Wade, another Maitland local, who's graduated to do bigger things in this youth league system. So we're about to tip off. Players dabbing up. A lot of respect out there between these two clubs, but as soon as this game gets started,
awesome. Thanks to everyone tuning in, from whether it's Penrith, Maitland, anywhere around BNSW, country BNSW. Thanks for tuning into what is going to be a great game. Thank you. And tip off about to be shortly, and it's two bigs going at it, so it's going to be a frenetic pace early on off the tip-off, James.
Yeah, so Sam Curtin and Billy Parsons will jump to see who get the first little advantage in this game. And we're underway in the 2022 Waratah Youth League Grand Final, Panthers versus Mustangs. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the matchup you've been waiting for. Yeah,
curious to see what defenses both teams runs. Coming off the screen here, some early action for Penrith.
Drive in is Perez, that's Jonah Perez to be specific. Fadeaway jump shot,
sweet. Go.
Sweet jump shot. Great to see Jonah Perez getting a quick start. One of their leading scorers this year.
Showcasing that patient footwork with the spin move there, and soft touch over the outstretched arms there.
And driving in the paint is Billy Parsons. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not watched Billy Parsons this year, what have you been doing? What have you been watching? This young talent is
what
just
a story
sublime.
It's been. What a story it's been for Billy Parsons, MVP, and playing in the NBL 1 for a reason, and showcasing his versatility as a scorer. Not only can drive in, can shot create, can be a great role model for these young Maitland kids.
And he's got such a sweet jump shot as well, that flick of the wrist. And Maitland looking to apply a bit of pressure here, trying to throw Panthers off their set early. It's this type of intensity you need to bring to a grand final.
100%, James, 100%. As we've got Penrith high up here.
Just looking for an outlet, gets the screen and rolled. She's playing really high up the Maitland defense. They're on a man-to-man at the moment. Shots up, and it is good for Sam Perez. Back-to-back baskets.
Yeah, it's going to be his last season. So way to start the game, hitting your first shot on the three there, and playing good handsy defense.
And we're going to get a foul on Sam Curtin.
But just going back to Samuel Perez,
this week, real handful in the high post. But back to the Perez.
Yeah, back to Samuel Perez. It's his last season, folks, in the Penrith Panthers uniform for Youth League. Not sure where he's going to be next season. Picking up an early foul, forcing Jared Moore to put him on the bench after hitting the three, but last season, so see what happens now. Maitland with the ball.
Ruval Estasio into the game for the Penrith Panthers. Very nifty, strong guard onto the game. J. Cole posting up. Goes to his right. Little baby
so strong is J. Cole. That's what he showcased yesterday against our bigs, Angus O and Ben Jerome. The ability to back down a couple dribbles, showcase his strength, and that soft touch in the paint, finessing his way through in the Hills Hornets nest early on here.
Shots up, shots good. Penrith Panthers are coming out flaming hot here in this Youth League Grand Final. 8:30 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, way to set up your feet on those first two shots, not rushing it, mentally prepared for your shooters right there. Back in the paint, same spot, same shot. J. Cole going at it, finessing his strength in the paint. J. Cole, way to play, way to go early on, 2 for 2. Wow.
And Penrith, a little bit of a shorter team, so look, they might struggle with these two bigs in the middle, but what they give up in size, they definitely make for up in athleticism. Estasio, threes up off front ring. And J. Cole looking to push the pace here. in the corner.
Early
Beavers.
kick coming up a bit long. Hey, he's been very capable, is Beavis. Being one of the running mates alongside Cole, and, you know, he's a very capable shooter, spotting up on that one, just coming up a bit long, but we've got Penrith with the ball here, out of bounds.
Yeah, so it's been neck and neck so far. Geez, both teams are playing with frenetic energy. And Maitland running this a little bit of a press, not pushing up too hard, but look, just trying to take a few seconds off the shot clock, trying to put
Estacia
out of
here.
their system.
Coming off here, another three, in rhythm, connects.
Gone back to back. Jeez.
Way to step into your shot in rhythm.
Man, he's got that gator in him. He's gone back to back. Schwarzer, sweet shooting.
No, it's the way he steps into his shot, and it's the work he puts into his jump shot. They've got a really good team here, coached under Jared Moore. Yeah.
Sorry. Billy Parsons goes into the basket. And we're going to see taking up the ball here, Jonah Perez. Been running the point guard. It gets a screen from Schwarzer. Schwarzer looking for a bit of pick and pop action. Pulls up instead. Ooh, just off back ring. But Brody Schwarzer coming out aggressive.
Yeah, got a guard back now in transition because Maitland loves to push the ball and get early looks. That's the thing. If you're going to shoot early shots, you got to get back and guard in D-trans. So that's going to be important here.
A bit of screen roll action with J. Cole. Parsons and J. Cole in the screen and roll. So
good hands there. Great hands there. As well as their offense has been early on here, defense is going to win you the game. You've got to get back in D-trans. Got to get your defensive sets early and off a stack play here and out of bounds. Stack possession here. And see what they run. I love these out of bounds plays both teams run here.
Does not need a green light to go for it. Oh, goes on the right hand. Still looking very sharp to start off with. J. Cole wants this grand final. Wants his premiership.
Yeah, look to see J. Cole be uber aggressive as he's hobbling on the knee there. Not well is J. Cole. That is not what you want to see as Jared Moore. Yeah, well, not what you want to see from one of your top players. Hobbling here.
Oh no, he's got to such an aggressive start.
And we spoke about that before the game. How are you going to manage his minutes? Are you going to manage his minutes? That is not what you want to see on an aggressive offensive rebound take.
And
clap it up here for J. Cole, yeah. That is unlucky. That is not what you want to see. He's such a humble athlete, such a hard... I mean, he puts his heart on his sleeve mentality kind of player, and not what you want to see here.
Jeez, that really changes the dynamic of this game. But look, all we can hope is that he's all right, and that it looks like that right knee, which is heavy strapping on J. Cole.
Yeah, the medical staff of Maitland just having a look here, see what it is, assess it, and then hopefully sit him out a bit, and then hopefully getting ready for NBL 1.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll try to keep you updated, ladies and gentlemen, on the status of J. Cole.
Yeah, but checking in is always next man up mentality. That's what you got to have. Your next man up has to step up with that same mentality.
Going to take up where J. Cole left off. Nice little dribble through the paint, across the key to a smooth right-hand layup.
Listen, he's going to have a heavy load on his shoulders here with no J. Cole. See what happens, but we've got a foul call here. Unlucky, but we've got a foul call here on Kyle Faber.
Yeah, Vuljanic is going to go to the line now.
I think it's Kyle Faber's also last season too, right? So a lot of players in their last season giving it their all, making the most of their youth league. And
so Jonah Perez, really the engine behind this Penrith Panthers team. He's the floor general out there. And Calzio can't give him an inch of space on the perimeter, but going for the ring.
Yeah. Penrith really love their handoffs and their screen actions. They're a young team that likes to run, so likes to play quick. Those screen actions, those handoffs, get your shooters in rhythm, yeah.
And it misses. Curtins gobbles up the rebound. Setting the table, Ocasio on the ring. To Curtin.
In the paint,
yeah,
being patient
hard.
with it, going soft with the left.
Jonah Perez really come out aggressive to start this game. Man,
I think
really
that's something,
that's
something Jared Moore emphasizes, playing off 2 feet, being patient, playing off a jump stop. That's really key, because then you can look for kickouts or be patient in the post and get that soft
Ben
shot.
Matthews goes up. Jeez, swarmed by 3 Panthers defenders there. But the Panthers, what they're lacking in size, they're going to have to make up for by swarming this Maitland team. Of course, with J. Cole out for a second.
Oh, great look there. Miscommunication on defense leads to the squeeze of the orange there on a bullet pass. Great look, great finish.
Yeah,
and Maitland just miscommunication there, yeah.
He's a crafty guard. His off-ball movement's really good. He's
Callum Wade not super happy on that defensive possession there. Need to just fix it up, fine-tune it.
Oh, Connor Everett's turnover. Curtin
might see, yeah. See what transition plays they run here or being patient here. Use the most of the clock.
Perez looking for a cutting Vuljanic, but intercepted. Maitland, Billy Parsons, the big man, running the way. Oh, takes it hard. Geez, big hit up there from Billy Parsons.
And the brother of Jaden, Caleb, about to check in. Another physical presence, a big body that can set screens. And that's what Jared loves, because he loves to run these screen actions. Caleb, another big body that can screen and roll and provide that inside presence for your Penrith Panthers here.
Yeah, coming off is Sam Curtin. Now, a good impact so far early on from Sam Curtin.
Yep.
They've been short on bigs as Penrith Panthers team, but Sam Curtin definitely plugs that hole, and so does the Fatui brothers, who really plug those holes. Of course, the Fatuis, both out of St. Dominic's College, out around Penrith, so obviously been playing a lot of basketball together. But
yeah, part of this grassroots mentality, this camaraderie, this chemistry Penrith Youth League has built over the years under this Jared Moore, brilliant Jared Moore system.
And Estasio
finds it in the paint here,
Perez,
very patient.
Using the footwork, twisting, turning, spinning,
very patient, soft touch, gets the kind of roll. How patient is that in the paint for your wing/big? That is just super poised. And on the other end,
Matthews goes in, glides in. Such an athletic power forward out there, Benny Matthews. Really goes ring to ring with a lot of pace. Hey. Don't let that size deceive you. He is strong, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, is it going to be frenetic pace or what? The transition as another three.
Vuljanic just coming with an aggressive mentality this year. Obviously, in the Youth League Team of the Year for a reason.
Bang bang threes early on for Penrith Panthers off handoff and screens.
Gets to where he likes it, but dishes it out. We're going to see Matthews, bit of a heat check there. Just falls up short, but Ben Matthews can get it from inside and outside.
Yeah, trying to come with a response. Jared Moore loves that early kick aheads, loves those early transition offense.
Fatui. Oh, and on the rebound. Geez, so good for Penrith Panthers to have Brody Schwartz inside-outside presence.
Yeah, no. And checking in is the brother, Jaden. So good to see the brothers checking in at the same time, or providing that physical presence, providing that screen action, providing the big bodies that can rim run.
Edwards,
wow.
Three, rattles in.
Wow.
And sweet, through the net. Jeez, Connor Edwards, we watched him play yesterday in the semi-final, Garen. He's such a strong, quick, pacey point guard, does everything right.
No, it's been crazy this game. A lot of Tony Snell, Giannis handoff type scenarios here early on. That handoff action creates that inch of space to get your shots off. And then another drive and take here. Yeah, wow.
Brody Schwartzer. Now, wow, these wings for the Panthers, from Perez to Vuljanic to Schwartzer, hyper athletic, really having their way in the paint, not just having to settle for threes. Billy Parsons, on the other hand, buying it, property down in the paint. Oh,
wow, over three Penrith Panthers, showcasing his physical presence on the O board. This game has been frenetic and, like you said, hyper-athletic, high IQ intensity basketball. I mean, this is a high IQ league, James, and for people watching, it's insane basketball. What a privilege. And
Jonah Perez
wow.
With the silky left hand butter roll finish. Oh, sweet from Jonah
One
Perez.
team's going to have to stop the bleeding here because it's going to be neck and neck.
Connor
it's going to be trading baskets, yeah.
On the way into the basket. And that one's going to be on Estasio. Now, Garen, a 6-point game and just under 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Wow, it's been played at such a fast pace. And what both teams are trying to do, they're really attacking the ring fast. That's what you like to see.
Yeah, they're trying to beat presses. So what we've seen earlier on is traps and presses being run. And what teams like to do is beat the press, not by trying to dribble around players, but get early kick-aheads and passes. Try to find the ball in transition, and that's been great so far. And then O-boards. I mean, Maitland's been great on the O-boards and kickouts and getting threes, as is Penrith. Penrith has been great in the paint, not only attacking, but getting kick-out threes and off handoff. So
Connor Edwards goes 2 for 2 from the line. Averaged 9 points this year, Connor Edwards, but does everything. He's really a Swiss Army knife on this Maitland Mustangs team.
Yep, 100%, 100%. And we're privileged enough to have official Marko Nikolic reffing the game yesterday, and privileged enough, and what a great call-up it's been for him to ref this Youth League final. So shout out to Marko Nikolic.
Jonah Perez has taken a rest here. But you see a bit of half-court press action coming from the Maitland Mustangs, trying to suffocate, trying to speed up this Penrith Panthers team.
Yeah, what an aggressive take. Finds the kick out in the corner pocket. Unable to connect, coming up a bit long, but that's what you want to see. Maintaining that dribble on the baseline. Good kick out there, but extra passes and good kick out.
And
finds
in
it
the
in the
post
paint.
is Riley Markovic onto his left hand. Sweet end over end finger roll for Riley Markovic. The marksman, they call him at the Maitland Mustangs.
Decides,
and what depth they have.
Decides not to use the backboard on that one. Gets a hard take on that drive. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful shot.
Tui looking for the handoff.
Fades it off that handoff again, that screen action. They love those early looks there.
Oh, it's a pull-up. And no good for Adrian Vullinic. He's got a bit of that Clinton Steindl jump shot. Really looks good up to down. A nice little flick release. Matthews into the paint.
Timeout, yeah. Great timeout here by Jared Moore. Wants to see extra kickouts, extra kick aheads, extra ball movement. That's what you want to see by Jared Moore. Very smart timeout here. 26 all, 50 seconds. You want to end the quarter on a high note. And that is Penrith Panthers, that is, on the timeout here.
And look how fired up the Maitland Mustangs fans are, Garen. I mean, they're so far away up in the Hunter region, Maitland, but they've made the trip down here to the beautiful Hills Basketball Stadium.
Yeah, thanks for all the country associations, like your Canberra, like your Coffs Harbour, like your Tamworth Thunderbolts. Thank you for your country teams making the trip down here in this beautiful Hills Hive, in the beautiful heart of Hills District, and to make it down here for the NBL 1 weekend and the Waratah League finals and semi-finals. So beautiful.
And
beautiful.
How about the contribution from Ben Matthews? He's come on, been a real good spark plug. Of course, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, if you missed it in the first quarter, J. Cole looks like he might be out for the game with a knee injury, playing up again. Had it heavily strapped and came down.
That is not what we wanted to see.
But
hopefully it's a quick recovery, something the medical staff can fix up so he's ready for the NBL. Because he is a huge asset, not only on the court, but off the court on the bench, being a hype man, being a vocal presence, being someone that can just give a positive, uplifting, like a little tap on the shoulder to your young guys to be like, hey, you got this, play through it, I'm instilling positive energy in you, sort of thing. And it's unlucky, and it's so bad to see players get injured, because we've seen a lot of players go down to injury this season, James, and it's tough. So speedy recovery and best of luck to the rest of the game.
With this comes an opportunity for the likes of Ben Matthews and Riley Markovic.
Yeah, next man up mentality.
I was saying it earlier before, Maitland Mustangs got a lot of depth in the big position, but it looks like, Garen, they're going to set up in a 2-3 system here.
Yeah, gotta love that 2-3 zone, that Miami Heat 2-3 zone. Gotta love it, changing it up a bit and then rotates.
Back to a man-to-man. Look, I think that's a ton of trickery there. Wow, Estasio looking aggressive. Tight dribble on the pull-up.
Gets it to go. Dribble, in rhythm, 1-2, rise and gun. Beautiful shot there, patience and poise.
Matthews looking for a bit of handoff action. Jesse Parker getting his first action, speaking of which, for the afternoon.
Off the screen action, good hands there, tried to find it on a roll in the post. Good hands there, leading to an out-of-bounds play. And let's see what they run, 20 seconds on the clock. Maitland on another stack position.
Yeah,
it's interesting there because you've got Kai Faber playing up on the high elbow, so see what they run here. Great hands on defense, Penrith basketball, good defense. Bench is loving it, Jared Moore's loving it. One shot here, 24 on the clock. Yeah, wow.
Making some noise. Look, it's not a big trip from Penrith out to Hills here. So, look, 50-50 in the audience, really bringing the energy for this grand final. 15 seconds left in the first quarter, 2 points in a Garen.
Yeah, we got the ball here. 9 seconds on the clock. Finding the action here. Can they get a post touch? Gets the short corner shot. Coming up a bit long.
Yeah, for
2 seconds to get up his shot. Gets the block. Can he get it off? Ooh.
Nice floater there from Vullinic. Just unlucky to get it to drop, but frenetic end there. 2 points in a game.
Wow, what a game, folks.
Neck in neck.
Thanks for tuning in to the Waratah Finals, because what else would you be doing on a Sunday morning / afternoon on a frenetic, high energetic pace game? This is what you love to see, switching it up on defense, getting the traps, getting the full court presses, running, looking for those kick aheads in transition, post up, kick outs on the threes. It has been an energetic game, and what a treat it's been for us to broadcast. And wow.
Take a deep breath. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's been a high-intensity first half, Garen. Like we had those beautiful almond coffees.
Gotta love it. It's a chess battle. The two high IQ coaches, Jared Moore going at it and Callum Wade. Who's going to stop the bleeding here? Who's going to change the momentum here? Yeah, we're getting an update on
like
J. Cole's knee.
Yeah, it's looking for heavily strapped up again.
For your eyes only, folks. I mean, hopefully it's a speedy recovery.
Yeah, unfortunate for J. Cole.
That pickle juice or whatever that holistic remedy is, just to get that speedy recovery out there. I mean...
Well, for me, Garen, that's a sausage roll and a dare ice coffee, but I would not recommend that, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there about to play basketball. But for J. Cole, so important for this Maitland Mustangs team. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see him on the screen there, just with the towel on his head and the right knee heavily strapped. J. Cole, so important for both the NBL 1 and teams.
We're privileged enough to catch up with him, James, yesterday, and he's such a humble person to talk to, such an easygoing person to talk to, but when he gets on the court, when he gets on the court, he's a mean dog. He bullies you in the paint. He showcases his energy and his strength and his finesse. So it's really upsetting to see him get injured. I mean, hopefully it's a speedy recovery. We don't know what happens, but hey, next man up mentality, that stick-to-itiveness mentality.
Yeah.
It's going to be a neck-and-neck frenetic game. It's a 2-point game, so it's anyone's game.
And meanwhile, over for the Panthers, I like to see the Fatuis really held down the paint there pretty well. Bottoming up pretty well on your Markovic's and your Parsons. I mean, the Fatuis, so important for this Penrith Panthers team. On and off the court. And that's a cliche,
shout out to Fatui family in the grandstand watching. We see you guys.
Yeah, big
so
shout
thank
out.
you for joining.
How proud that must be.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to the grandstand. Thanks for all fans coming to the grandstand. Shout out to your officials and shout out to all your sponsors involved doing an amazing job. We'll give you a shout out to the sponsors at halftime when we've got time. So
yeah, and the second half is brought to you by, of course, Self Sports. I'm dressing our officials out there. So the second quarter is underway here in the Youth League 2022 Grand Final. Maitland's going to start with possession. Riley Markovic on a nice cut, but tippy toes on the baseline. Wow. Good, I mean, jarring start, not what they'd like to see, Callum Wade, but, you know, good baseline cutting there from Riley Markovic as we're going to see more full court action. You saw this from the Maitland Mustangs in the first quarter.
yeah, Estacio now got the ball. Let's see, 19 on the clock, what their run. Is it going to be that post touch on a short corner or is it going to be that quick handoff scenario? They've been running really good sets here to generate quick offense. And if they don't, they're milking the most of the 24 seconds.
Fatui in the paint on the right hook, rings out, and diving for it, wow, crashing into the bench. Can't quite see who that is. I think that might be...
Yeah,
sorry, we lost that one.
No, Isaac Testoni, hustle boy. That Matisse Leibel mentality on defense. First to the floor. That's what you want to see. It's finals. Give it your all. It's finals. Give it your all. So good to see bodies to the floor.
Fatui on the left hand.
Coming up strong on a great wall up there. Good defense. Recovers the possession. 3 seconds. No shot clock reset. Needs to get a shot off.
Can't get it. Still look good on the drop there. He couldn't hear.
That's all right. They didn't know the shot clock was running low. That's what Jared Moore was trying to say. But 3 seconds, no shot clock reset. They had to get a shot off there. Maitland with the ball. 2-point game. What can they run here? I mean, energetic defense here by Penrith. Energetic press here by their Penrith Panthers. Wow.
And kicking it ahead. Finding Testoni. Good shooter, good slasher Testoni. If you haven't seen him yet, it's pretty hard because he runs so fast. Flash of lightning.
On a post up here. Mouse in the house, gets it on the kick out. In rhythm.
High favor. Can't get that one to drop.
Yeah, but Testoni on the O-board. Draws the foul here. 2 shots.
That's one thing that really stood out for the Maitland Mustangs in the semi-final we watched yesterday. Their guards have such quickness and such athleticism.
Yeah, they do. And Testoni,
very strong.
Even Testoni, he played well yesterday. Chipped in 8 points, but was able to get 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a couple key steals too that changed momentum and got really J. Cole in rhythm and got Billy Parsons in rhythm. So it's the small things. It's your running mates. It's your 3-and-D guys. It's the guys that do the extra effort plays that generate offensive rebounds like we just saw. That get you free throws at the line. Like again, offensive rebounds. Testoni. Wow, way to play, hustle boy. Way to play. Let's go.
And he's feeding in the baseline. Markovic. Easy, great positioning there from Riley Markovic. Gets the pin down, uses that footwork for an glide in for an easy right-hand layup on the left-hand side. Estasio's going to take the ball up.
Honestly, I think it was Ben Wallace or Dennis Rodman said there's a trick to offensive rebounding. It's all about timing and knowing where your man is. And great offensive rebounds, 2 in 1 possession.
Schwarzer settling there, but gets his own rebound. Way to play, young fella. Goes on the left. Can't get it, but more.
Feeds it off on a deep kick out. Gets it to go. String music early on here.
Blair Williams, reminiscent of North referee Bo Williams, also from Panthers, and Markovic getting fouled out on the drive there. So it's going to slow the game down just a little bit here. But wow, can't catch my breath for how fast this second quarter started.
Blair Williams with the string music deep here in the Hills Hornets nest.
It's got to be related to Blair, surely.
BW, and I don't mean Big W, I mean Blair Williams with the big 3. What? At the free throw line, finessing his way now.
Riley Markovic chipped in a very handy 9 points yesterday in the semi-final, averaging 11 points in the season, Markovic.
I mean, his name, Markovic, marksman, can really stretch the floor as well. So
yeah, makes his mark.
Puts in the work in this really good Maitland system. Down in the Maitland stables.
So Jonah Perez looking to take control back here for the Penny Panthers. Had a few shambolic sets. Swartzer!
Can't give him too much space on that one. You need to rotate on the closeout. Brody Swartzer, another string music 3. Connects it. on the B note.
Jesse Parker on the pull-up, and it's good. Tickles the twine, Jesse Parker, and a nice little step-back jump shot.
And says, anything you can do, I can do better. Connects on that step back. Soft touch there. Beautiful. Beautiful
Williams
finesse.
holding the ball up, gets the Fatui screen. Just Fatui just barreling through him. In rugby league, Garen, they call that post-contact meters. You take the contact, keep the leg drive going, and Fatui just, making... So both the Fatuis, a real nuisance out there for Maitland's team, but look, a real masterstroke from Coach Jared Moore here.
You know what I like? You know what I like? It's sort of like reminiscent of the Golden State. As another three is launched here, unable to connect it short. Hey, you had those two bigs of Anderson Vertia, Andrew Bogut, Kevon Looney just setting screens and getting your shooters free and then being able to dive and roll to the basket creates so many options. And Jared Moore loves that high frenetic pace as they get another steal to play with. Yeah, James, go.
And now we go, Jonah Perez is going to try to take on two defenders, and Testoni just getting caught up there. Unlucky for Testoni, but way to hustle back for the youngster. And good to see that from Jonah Perez, still staying aggressive, drawing the foul here. And just in for the Maitland Mustangs, we've got Connor Edwards checking in, and James Beavers back in the game.
And Brody Schwartz checking it out.
Yeah,
but
and
what you want to see,
back in for the Panthers.
A lot of coaches actually watch film in finals games, in previous games. So if you're watching films, and especially Jared Moore, you've got to love the defensive energy they're playing with. Even though they haven't gotten a lot of steal, just being handsy, the deflections they get, and being pesty on defense really forces Maitland to rush their plays. I know it's a one-point game, but the energetic, frenetic pace you play with and the mentality to not rush is really good.
Yeah, and Jonah Perez on the line now. Obviously in that Team of the Year for the Youth League competition, averaging 16 points this year. He's a product of the Penrith Panthers and the Joey's Basketball Club. So shout out to that junior club. There's so much good work in the Nepean region.
Shout out to the Perez family. You guys do a great job at raising your son and built a real athlete in this Penrith Panthers system. The coaching staff has done a great job. So
shout out to Sam as well.
Best of luck to future endeavours in basketball. Yeah.
And Maitland looking to set it up here, but Penrith really putting the clamps on. Manages to find some space there as Beavers.
With the slingshot floater. Great soft touch there. Floater's sort of a lost art these days. It's normally threes, transition layups, corner threes, but like good to see them bring out the floaters and the post moves here in the game early on.
So good off the dribble as well as shooting threes.
It shows you some of these coaches have an old school mentality and still
Fatui up with the left.
Games, yeah.
Can't get it though.
Really That's what I mean when I say like these
Matthews, look at the pace, running the floor like a Mustang.
Wow.
Into the corner. Beavers goes. Nice little pull up.
Another soft slingshot floater. Let it go.
JB 15 is heading up here. James Beavers comes from a long line of Beavers' play. Of course, Luke Beavers.
Those are some of the hardest shots to hit in basketball because it's that in-between shot. As we got a charge call here.
And look how fired up James Beavers is. He is
Jared Moore pleading for a flop warning, doesn't get it, but hey, I was talking about that in-between shot, that floater shot. That is one of the more difficult shots to hit because mentally, you're like, do I take that mid-range pull-up? Do I go all the way for a layup? And mentally, you just got to prepare yourself for that shot. Both of them soft touches, sweet music on that, so good to see him not rush,
Playing up a fired-up brand of basketball here, Maitland. They did this yesterday against the North Bears. They play with such spirit and tenacity. Really apply the pressure to their opposition. But same here from the Penrith Panthers, really forcing Maitland to get in their sets far out from the court.
Yeah, wow, as a bang-bang three, response after response after response, counter move after counter move after counter move. Who's going to stop the bleeding here, James?
And there we go for Tui. He's going to answer your question, Garen.
Family loving it in the grandstand. Boys on the baseline, his mates loving it as they rock the cradle for Tui, showcasing his strength. Plays a lot quicker than his size, James.
Yeah,
really frenetic with that energy.
Of course, has represented New South Wales. He represented Metro New South Wales in under-16s for Tui.
A real Penrith boy. Grew up in this Penrith system, under the Penrith ranks. So, wow.
Product of St. Dominic's College, so a great school out west.
St. Dominic's, okay. Shout out to St. Dominic's, guys.
Yeah, a lot of St. Dominic's products playing in this Panthers team. Of course, the majority of the team homegrown. Same with this Maitland Mustangs team.
Good Billy push Parsons. Off. Gotta love that play on the seal. You know, you tried to overplay him, tried to seal that pass, and that's what you do. Smart read. That's what high IQ players do when they try to seal your pass and not allow you to get easy catches. On that seal off, committing the foul. So it's tough.
Williams, just flying.
That's what I mean by chest battle.
They don't want to give Billy Parsons anything easy there. They're obviously going to make him work for it really hard in the paint, Billy Parsons, but it's nothing he's not used to. He's really got that rugby league play mentality. He can take a beating, Billy Parsons.
He really can.
And geez, another foul on Williams. So that's back-to-back for Blair Williams. He's going to take a seat now. We're going to see Sam Perez check back in.
That's not what you want to see, because he was playing so well, shooting the ball as well. Don't want to see him get up early fouls. He's a key asset to Gerard Moore's team. Very key asset. So it's a very tight rotation here for both teams, and it's what's going to happen here in the finals. Basically, it's a Shane Battier mentality. Play so well where the coach can't sit you out type thing. So both teams competing at a high level. It's going to be a foul heavy. 3-point shots going up, teams pushing the high pace and transition those kick aheads, and yeah.
Ben Matthews on the line now. Had such a big game last game, 23 points for the Central Coast Crusaders Youth League team, but now moved up to Maitland and found a good home in this Youth League system, Benny Matthews.
Finds it off that handoff action again, finds it off to Samuel Perez, then gets it off to Adrian Vuljanik.
39.
Vuljanik on that
42.
spin move again with the soft touch connects. That string music, that KD turnaround, the Rosen turnaround, MJ turnaround,
Yeah.
Kobe turnaround.
I told you, he's very reminiscent of Clint Startle.
Very
that wiry
patient
body.
footwork. Yeah, very patient.
And shots up, Beavis, a bit of a heat check there. But you're happy with him taking that shot there, James Beavis. When he
Perez,
gets going,
yeah.
he gets cooking.
Perez on the boards, feeds it off to Vaughan. Yeah, wow. What a frenetic game it's been so
Perez
far.
gets the screen from Fatui. Fatui gets the ball back, sizes his man up. Oh, pump fake, goes in, finds his brother, but tipped out there. Tipped off Billy Parsons onto Fatui, and Maitland's going to take the ball the other way.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup there when you got against Parsons. I mean, good defense. Tried to get him on a jab step, rolls off his foot, unlucky, but can Maitland generate a score here? I mean, it's been frenetic. Like, one team's got to stop the bleeding. Who can stop the press? Who can generate something? So
here we go. And seeing his first minutes of the game is Will Mortimer.
Whew.
Matthews threes up. Oh, sorry, Edwards threes up. Oh, missed it out though.
yeah, crashing on the boards again is Jonah Perez.
Adrian Vuljanik.
Yeah, finds it.
Perez.
Getting on that screen action again.
Really setting their offense up, getting that horn action, the double
That
screen.
double screen, yeah, I was just about to say.
Oh, gets the ball stealing. The pocket rocket. Connor
Finds it on
Edwards
the grip.
going hard. Gets the layup. Connor Edwards. What did he eat for breakfast?
Putting
Gareth?
work in the weight room. Putting work in the weight room. Persistence pays.
What do they
David
call
versus Goliath.
The
Wow.
Energizer Bunny, Darren. The Energizer Bunny.
Yep.
But his battery just goes and goes and goes. Wow. Anyway, meanwhile,
Pickpocket.
again!
Cookies.
Oh, is that what he had for breakfast?
Transition.
Beavis.
3. Ooh.
Misses it. Vuljanik. Oh, sorry.
Would have
Perez
been
coming down.
huge for Maitland had he hit that a bit early. Maybe would have liked to set it up. The modern game is threes and layups. That Houston
Sam
Rockets
Perez
mentality.
holding the ball
So
up here. Gets the Fatui screen. Oh, opens Fatui.
Wow.
Backhand, good. And I'm not talking about Caleb. I'm talking about
yeah,
Caleb Fatui.
showcasing that he
Showing
can stretch the floor as a big 2. That 3 and D. Wow. Much needed threes. It's a tight ball
Mortimer
game.
holds the ball up. See, part of that huge depth of the Maitland Mustangs in the big positions. Mortimer, just another great talent.
Oh,
off the
that
bench.
good show and go on that little drive to the scoop, to the hoop floater. That's what I mean. That floater shot's really hard, but both coaches have a holistic approach on their coaching. Going old school with the post-ups, going old school with the floaters, and then with the 3-point shot, kick-outs, in transition, finding your shooters in rhythm is going to be key, James.
Yeah, and we are all tied up, 44 all at the moment.
Samuel Curtin checking in, yeah.
Yeah, a little under 3 minutes to go. Yeah, Sam Curtin back into the game. Fatui's going to take a rest. Had a really good role.
Great
I was
use of
typing him
minutes,
as he
way
came
to
off.
play.
I mean, he played really well out there.
Absolutely. As the team daps him up, Gerard Moore daps him up, giving him a little insight there, but way to playing. Good use of minutes there by
What a high
Fatui.
intensity game we have on our hand. All tied up, 2 minutes 45 to go.
Ooh,
in
double
the
screen
second
action
quarter.
here. Trying to find him on another screen. A lot of screens running
Curtin,
here.
pick and roll. Oh, shifty finish, but they're not going to count it.
So smart here with the screens here, trying to separate the gap on that dive to the basket, that quick catch and finesse, catch and finish, or that catch and kick out, finding shooters in rhythm. Because there's like a depth amount of shooters here on this Penrith Panthers squad. So many, James, so many.
So
that put in the
Brody
work.
Schwarzer is going to head to the line, gets the first one to drop. played under-18s New South Wales Metro, so came up through the BNSW ranks.
Yeah,
but
he did too.
of course, a Penrith boy through and through, born and raised at the foot of the mountains in Penrith.
Yeah, wow. Always get good insight here, and good to have your BNSW representatives, as is Jared Moore, your coach development manager for BNSW.
Oh, great steal. Here he goes. Jonah
All
Perez
the way.
tested. Soft off the bank shot. That's the energy you need. Gives Penrith a 4-point lead.
Playing it safe,
2:20 to
keeping
go.
his energy for the frenetic
Mortimer
defense,
to
and the
his
response.
right, spin, and the grin.
Wow.
The big man goes in.
Back-to-back baskets, frenetic energy, rising high here in the Hills Hornets nest.
Yeah, the youngster, Will Mortimer, such a talent. Goes to Knox College on the upper north shore of Sydney. 2 minutes
Off the
to go.
hard drive, the
Right
scoop
hand.
to the hoop on the left hand. Are you kidding me? What?
Jonah
Frenetic
Perez.
pace, frenetic energy. And that was just good patience and poise there. Wow, reminiscent of Tony Parker.
Oh, Edwards misses everything on that. That's all right, though. You don't mind Connor Edwards taking those shots. He's,
You don't, but that
having
was
a real
good
hot
defense
quarter.
by Penrith. Wow. Good to see you hit the layup on one end, the closeout on the other end, leading to a timeout. Penrith Panthers ending this half on a good note.
Whoa, yeah. I mean, they want to end on a good half, Garen, but don't go anywhere yet. Still got 1:47 left. There's a timeout here. Both teams are with 5 fouls each. 4 points in it. 50-46. Wow.
So, yeah, what's two things Maitland's thinking about off this timeout? I mean, couple things. How can they stop their hard drives, rotate help on help D early, change it up on defense, and then, honestly, the defense has been awesome here for Penrith Panthers.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really pressing up, they're guarding up early, and that's something Coach Jared Moore has made an emphasis of.
I think that was key for the Panthers early. They really shot well to start off with. You know, players like Schwarzer, Vuljanic, and the Perez's both shooting the lights out. But now they're looking to slash a little more, Garen, get into the paint, keep Maitland honest. But, like, it's not an easy task going into Maitland's paint. I'll tell you what, they defend that house really well. They've got great bigs, Mortimer, Parsons, Markovic. They really
This is
clog up the
anyone's
paint.
game.
So, yeah.
This is absolutely anyone's game. Could be overtime. I don't know. I'm praying for an overtime. The way these two teams are playing, it's a chess battle. And so far, they're trying to figure out the defenses and how to change it up. And honestly, watching pre-game, what Jared Moore was writing on his clipboard and some of the key notes he was emphasizing on, and counter moves to, like, coaching scenarios. Because he would have watched Maitland play their previous game in the footage maybe last night on the YouTube stream. So,
and look, they're going to go up with this 2-3. Look at that, the bold eagle they call it, and then they man up. Wow, interesting tactics from Callum Wade on that defensive switch. I mean, maybe just
trying to catch him off guard a little bit. But another hard drive and a wall up, Good wall up there.
He would not want to run into Billy Parsons. He would not want to run into the brick wall, Billy.
Yeah, brick wall Billy, but walling up and just the body there coming up a bit late. Wasn't in position in time. But again, these hard drives, these aggressive takes. And smart players are really adept at playing off 2 feet. So if you get stuck, you can play off that little 1-2 step or that 0 step they call it, or that kick out for your corner pocket threes or your shooters and rhythms. Like, so many options. And if your kickouts get taken out, then you got that hard drive again, like counter move after counter move after counter move. And
so I mean, this is what you see from Jonah Perez and Sam Perez. I mean, they just have such tight handles. That's how they're able to finesse their way into the paint, and of course, strong finishes as well.
Yeah,
so
was he Joey's junior, right?
Yeah. Also from Joey's basketball club, a good junior club out in the Nepean region in Penrith.
Shout out to the Nepean region and any Nepeans tuning in, if you are.
Here we go, and Mortimer using that footwork of spin moves. In the corner is Edwards. He just rings out, and skying it for the rebound is Brody Schwarzer.
Another rebound. These guys are really athletic on their rebounds, timing it well. So
Schwarzer is going to jack it up. Oh, just misses it.
Would have been a real momentum builder here to give him a much-needed cushion to end the half. But
Mortimer
1 minute left. Can Maitland
corner.
get a score here, James? Feeds it off here. Foot violation, but trying to get early paint touches here. I mean, Billy Parsons needs to really get early touches to start the second half. Get his momentum going.
Yeah, a bit of a kick for touch there, reminiscent of Penrith Panthers' great Craig Gower.
I mean, Maitland's still stuck with it after J. Cole's injury, so gotta love their energy and gotta love the next man up mentality.
And in the post is MVP Billy Parsons.
Getting double teamed, triple teamed. Wow.
Oh, skies to the rebound. Mortimer, second chance, blocked.
The amount of respect Billy Parsons commands on defense, now leading to a Penrith Panthers Transition,
to his
left hand, scoop to the hoop. The tip in
Oh.
unable to connect.
Yeah,
as
Sam
we got
Curtin
30
started
seconds.
that.
Are they going for a 2-for-1 as a foul call here?
Okay, 28 seconds on the clock. 52.
Yeah, they were trying to go for a 2-for-1 there. Get a quick shot. Force Penrith to get another possession, maybe run another 2-second possession there, but wow.
They're swarming in there, Penrith Panthers. As we were saying earlier, we talked to their assistant coach or the development coach earlier on, and he was saying, look, we know Maitland Mustangs got a lot of bigs in their team, so we play really athletic, try to swarm, try to play a lot of help defense. I think that's going to be important for the Panthers going forward, because that also leads to fast break opportunities, and we know this Panthers team can run.
So bonus situation in effect as he connects on the first. Connects on both, and a much-needed free throw for Connor Edwards. Finished off with 9 points in his last game, so picking up where he left off.
Here we go, 22 seconds of the clock. We're going to have a foul called there.
Yeah, not what you want to see.
Parker on the ball
very
guarding.
overzealous. But hey, 20 seconds, you don't want a free throw battle to end the half. Don't foul. Yes, coach is not loving it at all. Maybe not with the call, or maybe not with the defense, but there's being handsy on defense and there's being handsy on defense. And being handsy on defense without fouling is sort of like Matisse Tybor. That little 2 bounces on the rim gets the first free throw to go. There's being handsy and there's being handsy. So just playing defense without fouling is going to be really key in the second half, James.
Yeah,
don't want to get foul trouble. Don't want to get foul trouble.
Yeah, I mean,
high and bounce on both free throws as it connects on both.
And just from a neutral perspective, you don't want to see a grand final decided by free throws. It's not what you like to see. Oh, well, exciting game so far. 15 seconds on the clock until we get to the halftime break. Edwards is going to hold the ball up. Waits for Mortimer's screen. Edwards, pump fakes, swings it. Oh, dropped it. Oh, no.
That just shows you the speed that pass was at and the energetic.
Unfortunately, I will not be going home with the KFC bucket. I dropped that one like a scone. That one hit me on the sideline bench there. Oh, Garrett.
No timeout. Jared Moore wanted a timeout on a sneaky play. Couldn't get it. Gets the shot off to go, but just coming up a bit long. But hey, that just shows you the frenetic, energetic pace they're playing with. 54-48, half-time. Your Penrith Panthers
yeah,
up.
I mean, you speak of the frenetic pace. That pass murdered my hand.
Yeah, talk about squeezing the orange, squeezing the pumpkin. Damn.
Yeah, anyway.
Okay, so half-time. And quick shout-out to our sponsors. Do we have the sponsor list? Yeah, we do. Okay, so...
Yeah, so Garen, let's have a look at our sponsors bringing this halftime show.
First of all, shout out to the apparel we're wearing today. Oh, I couldn't find my polo shirt, but IA Athletic, your official sponsors for your apparel, for your broadcasting shirt. Actively changing the pace in this game is both teams. Shout out to Active Change, our sponsors. And then, are you game day ready? Come on now, it's Sunday afternoon, Youth League finals. Youth League finals. Are you game day ready? Shout out to our sponsors, Game Day. And then we got the University of Newcastle. Shout out to the Newcastle Falcons. Shout out to their program.
I mean, a good story about that Newcastle University. Will Cranston Lone, who's going to be playing later on in the Maitland Mustangs team. He's such a young star. He graduated the University of Newcastle, but making a lot of sound up at Maitland now. Will Cranston Lone. So tune in for the NBL 1 Grand Final
and
later.
then, do you take pride in sport? Because I know we do, and I know these athletes do. Shout out to Pride in Sport. Savannah, and I'm not talking about Savannah, Georgia. Savannah, shout out to Savannah. And then PCYC, your PCYC, James.
Doing so much good work. We love our PCYC.
Keeping our athletes off the streets, keeping them engaged in basketball, sports, off the video games, and off all the brain mushing stuff, and keeping them engaged.
PCYC. On Thursday mornings, they offer free gym sessions for any high school student between 7 and before the start of school. So
and I was privileged to watch the wheelchairs basketball yesterday. Shout out to the wheelchair basketball in New South Wales. I mean, they do a great job there, and it's a very interesting league to watch, and the way these athletes put the work in. And then USyd, University of Sydney. Wow. Yeah. What a program they have there. Shout out to the coaches, Tom and Renee Garlick. You guys do an amazing job there. Shout out to the athletes there like Josh Payne, Mikey Young, Benjamin Fakira, guys that have played there in the past. Robbie Moore, you guys do a great job there.
Shout out to Dr. Dave Smith from the US Studies Center. Always very insightful on the culture of the US. Dr. Dave Smith.
Yep, and then last but not least, there are a couple ones. Sports Inclusion Australia.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's it. That's what sports does to you, Garam. That's sport is an inclusion.
And then the World Cup legacy program. Wow, like the World Cup's been so amazing. And
yeah, it's about having that long-term impact not just beyond the event, but I can't wait for the FIBA Women's World Cup to come up later this year,
Yeah.
Garen. I mean, who are some teams you're looking out for there?
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And then
I want to see Japan play. I reckon Ayamada, I mean, I wonder if she'll get the call up for Japan. She's been red hot for
Yeah, she's been absolutely crazy. We've got about 7 minutes and change, and a couple of things we need to look at, as we might get a stat update from one of the iPads. But what we really need to look at is who's going to stop the bleeding. It's been, what do they call it, press defense, guarding up early, that diamond press, that guard up pressure, that intensity to just get steals, run in transition, get 2 feet in the paint, look for kickouts, and high IQ coaches going at it. Really a unique approach to the game, that holistic approach is Jared Moore. And then you got Callum Wade, another great coach out in Maitland in the BNSW systems, doing a really good job. Assistant coaches Luke Boyle and Andreas Janulinskis, so adding their presence and IQ to the coaching staff. Hopefully all the best for Jay Cole. For those of you tuning in, yes, Jay Cole did deal with an injury, so unlucky there. Hopefully it's all the best for the NBL 1 East men's. Icing it up here, the medical staff looking and taking good care of him. So hopefully all the best for J. Cole, for your eyes only.
Now, Garen, it's time for everyone's favourite time of the day. It's time for your
Stat update. Let's go.
Brought to you by Spalding.
Oh, I was going to say brought to you by Courtside, but all good, all good.
Oh, yeah. Courtside, Courtside. Actually, yeah, that makes more sense. Brought to you by Game Day.
Brought to you by Game Day, an active change. The game is actively changing in pace.
So, Brody Schwartz is leading the way for the Penrith Panthers, 15 points. Jonah Perez, on the other hand, 14 points, contributing well.
And rebounding like a machine.
His brother Sam Perez, 7 points as well, so come out really strong in this grand final.
And then hitting big threes has also been Fatui, and then his brother Caleb as well. So great job by the Fatui brothers providing their size and strength. And who do you have for Maitland?
Maitland, look, the screen hasn't quite updated. It's only giving us half here, so Billy Parsons, 11 points. That's all I know. But Garen, if you just give me a second, I'll go find out who else.
Hey, afterwards, when all this weekend's done, please tune into our post-game show. We'll be giving a wrap-up of the whole weekend, of what happened, who played, what associations, like what happened. It's going to be great. We'll give you a full rundown, player statistics, player analysis, player highlight reels, all of that uploaded, put into a video by myself, Garen Cordian and James Bland. So please stay tuned for the post-game weekend update. It's going to be great. And stay tuned for the rest of the games, because James and I also have the call-up for the Waratah League final, so that's going to be awesome too. That's going to be awesome.
Are you ready for your second course of stats?
The athletes were born ready. I was born ready. We're born ready. I mean...
So yeah, it's Connor Edwards and Billy Parsons leading the way, 11 points each, combining for 22. That's some quick maths for you, someone who did not do maths for the HSC. Meanwhile, also Riley Markovich chipped in a solid 6 points. But it's really been the defensive energy from the Maitland Mustangs that stood out for me. But hey, that's not doing too much to stop this Penrith Panthers side.
Nah, they've been guarding up. Both teams have been playing at a high pressure pace. And I'm pretty sure both coaches were looking at film last night, or in their off time were looking at film, because these games are streamed on YouTube. So you can look at the footage straight away, and they're looking at what defenses they ran, what traps they were running, what rotations they ran, and how much they were playing players and sets and whatnot. And I mean, Maitland got a really, really convincing, solid win against our North Bears, and as did Penrith. I mean, Penrith really rutted it out. So both teams were able to watch footage and see how they can change it up. It's a chess battle. I keep referring to the game of basketball as a chess battle because there's moves and counter moves, and high IQ coaches. I'm going to say it again, Jared Moore with a holistic approach, absolutely doing well here, and then Callum Wade going at it. So
yeah, I got to say, Brody Schwartz just loving Havana played in the background, you know. He was doing karaoke before at the start of the game too. Brody Schwartz, wherever it takes to get into your game.
Yeah, there's been no hip-hop here at all in this weekend. No hip-hop. It's been all radio mainstream music.
Yeah,
so
the Penrith
not familiar like our North music that we normally have. But
yeah,
hey,
big shout out to Jem Wang on the baseline, our technical support today. Talking to up-and-coming BNSW coach Louis Brockwell. A lot of familiar faces in the crowd.
Shout out to James O'Donoghue Photography for all your photos and camera work.
Yeah,
he's been outstanding this weekend, dedicating the hours and all the work that you don't see. I mean, doing photos for all associations, for our North Bears, for our Sutherland Sharks, for our Penrith Panthers, for your Manly Ringer Sea Eagles, for your Shoalhaven Tigers. Caught me there slipping, but shout out to my Shoalhaven Tigers. unlucky for not making it here on the weekend, but doing photos for All Association, and has been absolutely amazing. His photography is so professional. The minor details he puts into his work. Go follow him. Shout out to James O'Donoghue Photography on Instagram. J-O-D Photography, that is. What are we looking for in the second half as we've got 2 minutes, James?
Man, Penrith Panthers is doing a bit of a footy passing drill, the little two-handers. Look, what we're looking for the Penrith Panthers is, continuing that inside-outside action. I think the shooting early on really helped to open up the paint for slashes. And meanwhile, for the Maitland Mustangs, I think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep going into your bigs, Billy Parsons especially, Riley Markovic. Try to dominate in the paint. But what's really great about this Maitland Mustangs team and how it's constructed is they've got a lot of shooters to surround these bigs. And even players like bigs like Riley Markovic can shoot. But players like Edwards, players like Edwards, Testoni, even Benny Matthews, more of a forward, but can also shoot really well. And I think that's great. That inside-outside action for the Maitland Mustangs. But it's going to be interesting to see the Mustangs. They're kind of been teasing out a zone defensively, but then switching to man-to-man. But if you look at it across the court, the Maitland Mustangs would like these one-on-one matchups. But of course, Penrith Panthers, they can play in such a dynamic way. Their bigs really skillful as well. We saw Spatui shooting a bit earlier as well.
For sure. Checking in with the medical staff. I briefly ducked out with the medical staff from Maitland Mustangs. Jay Cole will not be playing the rest of the game. I think they will be resting him up for the NBL 1 East. It is going to be a huge blow. Unlucky. Humble athlete, great athlete, really provides an inside presence. Someone that's grown up in his maintenance system. Great footwork, great athlete, but it sucks. It sucks not having him. I hate seeing injuries on either team, any association, any club, any athlete. Best of luck, speedy recovery. It's going to be a gritty second half.
So, they really are. Well, all the best to J. Cole. Hope he can recover. And hopefully he can feature in that NBL 1 Grand Final this afternoon. But before that happens, we got to settle the 2022 Waratah Youth League men's competition.
Let's get it. Second half underway, folks. Let's go.
Big congratulations to Manly Ringo, who won the women's just before this game. And Zoe Miller named MVP.
Zoe Miller, Check out season 11, episode 12 of the Zoe Miller Show.
Yeah, the finale.
Absolute bucket, young athlete. Congratulations, Zoe Miller. You really deserved it. Well done. Well done, honestly.
And we are underway in the second half. Win or go home. Winner will be crowned champion of the 2022 Youth League Waratah Men's Final. Edwards, going for it.
Black Eyed Peas in the background as we got a fast break. Tough move.
Unlucky. Bit of olive oil on the ring there. Maybe even a bit of garlic and onion too, simmering away. So Edwards unable to finish it there, but far out. Look at that pace.
That's the pace you want to start with if you're Maitland Mustangs. Foul early here for Penrith. Not what you want to see for Jared Moore, but pushing it. That high intensity steam engine type pace.
You got a feeling it's one of those games that might come down to bonus, Karen.
It might go down to bonus, it might come down to overtime, we don't know, but the way they're playing, you never know what happens. Hey, the impossible's possible, anything can happen.
The passion and intensity on both sides is tremendous. And Edwards gets the second one to drop too. And a bit of press action here. We've seen this coming out of all the breaks for Maitland Mustangs. Just a bit of that full court press, going back into half court and then settling into that man-to-man.
Very
attacking
smart.
The ring is Perez.
He loves that left-hand scoop. Got it in the first half. Beat him off that left dribble side. You got to force him to take him right. You got to force him right. Try to make ways to force him right. Take him off that hard drive. And he's done a really good job at just being aggressive. Put the ball to the deck mentality. So, way to play, young fella. And 2 free throws here for him.
Jonah Perez back to the line. He really did a good job of that in the first half, getting his own on the line. Especially if he wasn't shooting that well, he looked to stay aggressive. So, Jonah Perez keeping the defense honest.
Shout out to some Dominic's college where he played high school. Played really well there under their system.
And that's another stat on the board for Perez.
Really got the ball here, really Parsons.
Action.
Finds it off here on a handoff action. Got 15 seconds. Gets it to go. 12 seconds there. Gets it off to Parsons in the paint. Very patient on the spin move. Great trouble, says the ref. Gets the rebound on the O-board.
Billy Parsons with the spin move. Michael Jordan with the tennis shoes.
Love the high IQ on defense, not fouling and getting the skill. Offensive transition. Couldn't get back in time, leading to a fast break.
And one. Oh no, sorry.
Wow. So, clear path situation, there could be a foul. Sorry. We had our eyes on the stat sheet here on the iPad trying to get a stat. So, we didn't have a clear visual on that, but I'm assuming clear path situation in effect. So, two rhythm free throws here. Nothing better for a shooter to get your rhythm in than get some free throws at the line. Get your form and follow through in a little bit in the second half.
Up to 17 points now, total. That's been a great
way to
performance
step
from
up,
the
way
leader
to
of this
chip in,
team,
and it's
Perez.
been a diamond in the rough or a gem here for Jared Moore. Beautiful. Love to see the young guy step up. Absolutely, like, crucial for this team here, and he's been great.
Not getting an inch of space.
Finding on a screen action to find Parsons. Gotta love that screen action kick out.
Well, Faber.
Not sure.
As we know, Kai Faber is a great shooter. He's the reason why this Maitland Mustangs team has gone so far in the finals, getting that clutch shot against Hills. Bit of murder on the dance floor for Perez.
Oh, gets
Curtin,
a
push shot.
Billy
Parsons. Who else gets the rebound? Beavis pushing the pace. Probing.
In that corner pocket, hesitated
Faber
on that one, Finding the extra pass, being patient with it, doesn't want to force it, finds the MVP, draws the foul.
Billy Parsons
had the three in the corner, had the three in the corner, smart decision, giving that extra pass, hard show and go. And on that last play, Maitland running a really good set to get that three, just unable to connect by Kai Faber. Those are the shots and sets you want to see, being patient, milking the most of that 24-second shot clock.
This is really important for the Maitland Mustangs team. Blew it out to 10 points there, now down to 9. Billy Parsons, son of former front rower for the Newcastle Knights. Matt Parsons, big shout out. And you can see Billy Parsons play
big shout out to the Parsons family.
Physical, plays through contact, plays contact meters.
Big shout out to the Parsons family if you're here live watching or in the grandstand. So,
yeah. Big sporting family in the Hunter region.
Yeah, 12 on the clock, pushing it off here.
Jonah Perez asked for a screen. He's going to get it from Schwarzer.
Is it the do-it-yourself kit? Jonah Perez gets it to go on the bounce pass.
Two
hands, raise the roof. Wow.
Man, curtains open. Lights are on, and the dunk with 2 hands.
Wow, gets it in the dump-off pass. Short corner, that's great feed.
Swarming defense here from Penrith. Almost forcing the steal, and who else but Jonah Perez putting his body on the line.
Energy in this building is getting hyped for off a 2-hand jam, off a great dump-off pass. The energy on defense leading to high, frenetic, energetic plays.
We're really seeing the leaders of both these teams step up, Jonah Perez and Billy Parsons. In that skirmish right there, that's why these teams have got so far in this youth league competition. They play scrappy, they play with heart, and they've got great leadership on both sides.
It's been like a jousting battle in the old vintage era days, just going at it. Wow.
Yeah, it's a bit of jousting.
10 points, 7:34 and change left on the clock. Plenty of time for one team to build momentum.
And we just have a bit of
jeopardy.
I think the refs are either talking about their lunch plans or just trying to sort the call out.
Maybe hit the Hills Hornets Cafe afterwards. As we've got a stack play, a quick hitter, gets the hour, to go. Wow, showcasing his strength on a little stack play. Got to rotate, got to communicate on that switch if there is a switch, or got to get there quick enough to not commit the foul.
Powers through the contact, Ben Matthews.
A second or two late, Jared Moore not happy.
The Bathurst product, Ben Matthews, going to the line.
So now we took out the rook in the chess battle, taking out the rook. So it's going to be another chess battle in the last quarter and 7 minutes here.
I know, it's just a matter of who's playing chess and who's playing checkers here in this Youth League Grand Final. 61-54, Curtin swings it across.
Gets it off here, up higher. Finds it, 10 on the clock. Off the screen action again. Are they going to find that roll in the dump off? Good hands here.
Yeah, raked up by Beavis, but bodies all over the floor. Unlucky for James Beavis. Dived on it, but ran into his own teammate there. So unlucky not to get the ball back. Faber went for that one too. Penrith are going to retain possession, but only 14 seconds on the shot clock, Garen.
Yeah, FTTF, first to the floor mentality. Unlucky off him, but Penrith Panthers again running this stack action, and it always keeps someone up near that high elbow, short corner elbow sort of area. Run that stack, get a good play, and be patient with it.
So, Garen, I think they're going back here now saying, we're going to go with the bacon and egg option, sausage and egg. What do you want to go for lunch? And Jared Moore weighing in. I think he's recommending the Browns.
I'm just trying to clarify what the shot clock might be on. Is it a 14 reset? Is it a 24 reset? Yeah, there might be. Or
yeah, so yeah, they're going to give it for, I think, for change of possession. Yeah, so 24 seconds on the shot clock here for Penrith. Oh, no, sorry, 14.
Sorry, 14 reset, 13, 12, maybe running it down a little bit, 10, 9.
Jeez, what's going on? The cuts of the time here. Time is money, and this budget is plummeting. 3 seconds on the shot clock they're going to go with. Quick shot for Perez.
Quick hitter.
Oh, no, not a
Couldn't
bad
have
shot,
asked
but
for a better
rebound.
look, and then you get a reset on the 14. Great play there by Jared Moore.
Perez.
Absolutely great play there by Jared Moore. Not only do you get the quick hitter, unable to connect, but you hit the ring on a reset, get a kick out, and draw the foul.
Yeah, a bit of
high IQ play by Jared Moore, James.
Perez to Perez, that's it. Shot up by Jonah Perez. Sam Perez jumps on the offensive rebound.
Wow.
That's 6 cents. Jonah Perez, speaking of which,
Good
dishes
wall
it out.
forces the
Schwarzer.
kick out, gets the drive, unable to connect.
Oh, going hard for the
But
rebound.
hungry rebounders, gobble, gobble, gobble on these
Billy
rebounds.
Parsons. Point Billy, what's going on, son? Oh, and
Pickpocket, cookies, transition, bounce pass.
Schwarzer blocked. Oh, but they're going to call the foul. Matthews, I thought, got up to that one. Now look at Billy Parsons. What a warrior out there, limping back a little bit. Let's hope he's okay. But Billy, you just know with BP, he just goes and goes and goes.
Both
Riley
teams have been
Markovich is
brought
gonna
up
give
in the system
Matthews
of
a break.
defense-first mentality. Both teams have been brought up in a system of camaraderie, chemistry, brotherhood. They've been from the ground up. The grassroots of these teams have been defense, 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 and it shows here in the frenetic pace. I mean, wow, what a game it's been so far, James.
Yeah, Schwartz on the line here. Can't get the first one to drop. It's been so integral for this team. Obviously represented New South Wales Metro on an under-18s level. And was part of the Western Sydney Sports Academy for a brief period as well, Brody Schwartz, averaging 11 points this season and gets the second one to go. Makes it 6-2, 6-4, they're going to call block. And Jonah Perez barreling into each other.
Not a happy Jared Moore there. Not appreciating the call. It's not an easy job here for our officials. They do the best of the best of the best, and they try to do their best. So, best of luck to our officials officiating here on the weekends, honestly. And
Connor Edwards just doesn't let up. He always keeps going and going and going.
yeah,
Connor Edwards.
shout out to our Hills Hornets floor cleaners, and shout out to all the volunteers doing a great job here on this beautiful weekend here in the Hills Hornets Hive, they call it, the Hive of Hills
Yeah, and
Hornets.
shout out to Hoop to Hoop and Soul Sports, apparel partners of both teams.
And
So
CSM for your referee pink apparel.
yeah, some great
As opposed
sports
to your
brands
baby
out there,
blue, yeah. As opposed to your baby blue for your commentary and your referees for your NBL1 exchange.
I like the pink. Stands out. Anyway, Connor Edwards is going to take the ball up here, set the offense up, finds Billy Parsons looking to play make at the top, finds his fellow big Riley Markovich. And a bit too much contact in the paint there by Perez. And Maitland fans are just giving it to him. Oh,
Mate, we were listening to the Maitland fans yesterday. They were rowdy.
Yeah, they are
They brought
rowdy.
their energy. It wasn't the Pete Stafford cowbell, but they brought their
Yeah,
energy.
they got the pots and pans out there. They've got the Riley Evans cooking set. They've been to Victoria's basement. Got a few pots and pans making a lot of noise out there.
And a lot of dishes here in the game too. I mean, the way they've been moving the ball and the way that the Penrith Panthers have been playing defense.
Yeah, my personal favourite, the pick and roll or the finger roll. That's my two favourite bread rolls. And we've seen Ruval Estasio check back into the game. I was really impressed by him in the first half. Got a lot of great dribble moves, but plays with great composure too. Good combination for Estasio as he's back in the game for the Panthers.
And Billy Parsons connects
62-54.
on that one. And we've got it up here high for Samuel Perez. Feeds it off here to Adrian Vulganic. Gets it off here. That screen action again, that short corner.
So
Look
much
for that.
noise from the Maitland
Yeah, look for
Mustangs
that
fan, but
short
on the
corner
pull-up.
shot, that kick out, yeah.
Vuljanic unable to connect. It's going to be so important for the Panthers going forward in this game to have.
Gets it on that low post seal on a double. Gets it to go.
Too strong,
Wow.
Riley Markovich. Too strong.
And the late rotation led to a basket there, showcasing his strength. Good wall up, good defense, better offense. Wow, better offense.
Estasio, patient and as always. Curtin. Perez in the corner, looking to attack. That's Sam Perez. Pulls up. Can't get it to drop.
Overboard,
Oh,
crashing
Sam
into-
Curtin! Whoa, into the front row.
Crashing into the Footlocker, your sponsors of the NBL1 Player of the Week. What hustle! What hustle! What energy!
Yeah, Sam Curtin. I mean, just really emblematic of the way that this Penrith Panthers team, so high energy, so high intensity, they play for each other. You know, all these players are Penrith juniors as well. They've come up through the system.
That's what it takes to win championships.
They care. They want to do this for the
Honestly,
Penrith
that's
region.
That's what it takes to win championships. The extra effort plays, the minor details to your game, the unseen hours you put in the gym on your jump shot or your game or the work you put in really pays off. And both teams are in this situation for a reason. They deserve to be in this situation. So it's a great job by both teams playing at a frenetic, high, energetic pace.
4 points in it, Garen. 62 to 58.
Wow.
We're in for a treat here. 5:30 to go in the third.
Thanks for tuning in, fans. Thanks for tuning in.
Sam Curtin is still there. Wow, Sam Curtin brings so much defensive energy for this Penrith Panthers team. Swinging it now around the arc. Great ball movement from the Penrith Panthers. Barely even taking a dribble here.
Yeah, Johnny Perez gets it off the screen action.
Astasio.
Hits the dribble,
Back
gets
to
it off
Perez.
there. Hard drive, what a move. And the fact that Hezzy got in that separation, caught the defense off guard, kept that dribble, and he loves that left-hand side.
Point Billy's back.
Loves that left-hand side.
So talented, Billy Parsons. Can do everything.
Yeah.
Just do everything out there.
Defense here by Penrith Panthers, smothering defense on a screen action.
Beavis.
Offensive foul, says the referee. Wow.
Yeah, Beavis really tucked the ball in there, and great position there from Fatui. So we've seen
George Kostakis on the call there. Yeah. Very good eye on that one. Caused the offensive foul. And how well has Penrith been these last few minutes? Showcasing that, hey, not only are we guarding, we're putting our bodies on the line, taking charges. Great work here by Penrith Panthers. For Jared Moore, you've got to be happy the way he played this quarter.
It's the same energy we saw in the semi-finals. I mean, that game against the Crusaders was a bruising one. Real tough defensive game for the Penrith Panthers in the round before this. And of course, the Maitland Mustangs had a pretty difficult game against the North Bears. Bears really hung around, but Maitland overcame the better team on the day and, dare I say, throughout the season. So Astasio holds the ball up, looking to set up for Tui.
Gets it off here, yeah. Gets it in the paint. Big fella on the post up. Sizing his way, draws the blocking foul. Picking up where he left off in the first half.
Teams just saying, what?
Yeah.
What?
Maitland coach wanting the same call on both ends. Asking why that wasn't a charge there, why that's a charge there. Interesting, but hey, there's a reason these officials are in the uniforms. They're doing a great job here. Tough game. Great call up for our officials. Wearing the blue ribbons on their uniform. If you didn't realise, I don't know if you saw Marco wearing the blue ribbon here.
There we go. And
I'm not sure what that represents, James.
Yeah, that's one niche fact we don't know, but yeah, always
find out after the game. We'll tell you in our next call on the Waratah Men's Finals, eh?
Yeah, and you can catch that game at 1:30. We're going to be calling the game between Hills and St George. And hit us up on Instagram if you got a chance. James Milan Independent and
Vitamin G. So we'll eventually make a page for our official broadcasting crew. Check out our post-game show here too. Post-weekend wrap-up.
I don't know what we're going to do in the off-season, Garen. I'm going to miss this. This has just been such a great season.
Yeah,
from the Waratah Leagues, the youth, the NBL1 season. It's just been a great year of New South Wales basketball.
A lot of association teams need to bring back their state league teams. Bring back another comp that has a little bit of a competitive edge, something to fight for. State league was good back in the day. I liked state league. Gave players that weren't like competitive enough and strong enough to play in a Waratah league to be able to compete in the state league comp.
Talented players,
especially country teams out there.
My
Shoalhaven Tigers, the Wagga Wagga Heat, the Lithgow Lasers. I mean, so many teams.
Yeah, and here we go. So Fatui stepping up to the line here. So, Garen, as we were saying earlier in the broadcast, there is a chance, look, I can't confirm this, I don't know 100%, but Penrith Panthers are looking to get into the NBL1 competition, which we'd love.
I would love that.
Bring them on. The roar from the foot of the mountain. Let's get that going in the NBL1 East competition.
Yeah,
we need more teams from the West.
Who's in charge of the, who's the mayor of Penrith or someone involved in Penrith to get funding for that team?
That one. Melissa McIntosh, the federal member, though, could obviously help out with that. Get some federal funding.
Yeah, it'll be awesome to see a Penrith NBL1 team. They have a beautiful big stadium there, and a lot of great coaches, great systems.
There we go, Jaden Fatui averaging 10 points in 2022. Had 13 points in the semi-final. Off on that second free throw. So 4:20 to go in the third quarter. 64 to 58. Just a slight advantage at the moment to the Panthers, but the Mustangs really starting to play aggressive.
Good footwork, step through with the zero step.
Dancing through. and would have loved to see that great footwork from Matthews rewarded, but good defence from the Panthers.
A lot of these players showcasing their full repertoire, their full bag of tricks on display. Their arsenal is being set here.
Looking for some dribble handoff action.
Handoff
Fun
and spin and
switch.
roll, yeah, looking for the kick out. Got to still rotate on the shooters. That's really important here. So many kickouts have to rotate on the shooters.
And we've seen
It's
Caleb.
a 6-point game with 4 minutes change.
We've seen Caleb Fatui check back into the game. Sam Curtin's come off. Great spell from Sam Curtin. He did a great job out there defensively, getting those extra effort possessions. Really trying to swing the momentum in the way of his Panthers team. Matthews swings it across. Matthews gets the ball back into the paint.
That quick double.
And he loves that show one way, go the other, but he's got such good footwork for a big Benny Matthews.
Yeah, that's not what you want to do. Jared Moore was wanting them to wall up, showcase that quick double without fouling. It's very demoralizing as a team when there's 4 minutes still left on the clock and you're in a bonus situation. You want to be able to get quick doubles and stomp back on the shooters.
And a big shout out to Sally Matthews from the Central Coast Crusaders. Ben Matthews' brother, so great pedigree in that family. I think they've got another sibling who plays pretty high level as well.
As we've got a very rare, uncanny, unlikely airball here.
Yeah.
Head up, you're a good shooter, mate. Like, it happens in basketball.
Yeah, Ben Matthews had 23 points last game, so definitely not shy. Had a great game against the Bears.
Shout out, who did you say? Jared Matthews, and shout out to the Crusaders.
Bit of pressing action here from Maitland. Really starting to throw Penrith off, but no problem for Fatui. Looks for that brotherly connection, turns it over to Markovic. Out on the run, Faber, and that is out from, I think they're going to call that off Isaac Testoni. But look, they're giving the money symbols on the sideline, and Coach Jared Moore's going to try to call a timeout.
Trying to plead his case, trying to see if it's Maitland or Penrith 4, and it is Penrith 4. Calling a timeout and a very smart timeout.
Yeah, this game is really coming to life. I tell you what, the momentum's shifting back and forth. Both teams really getting into their sets and playing good basketball. These
late timeouts here are essentially to build momentum to end the half or end the quarter, and that's what Jared Moore's trying to get here. I mean, Maitland's playing at the right tempo now. They've gotten a couple good looks these last 2 possessions on that 1-2 step, unable to connect, and then getting kickouts here. Getting free throws, because obviously it's bonus situation for both teams with 3:20 left. Hands out. Don't want to foul. Don't want to double and commit fouls. Don't want to guard up on your presses and commit fouls, because you're shooting free throws and the clock stops for the last 3 or so minutes. So, James, just play defense without fouling is going to be really important here.
Yeah, I mean, both teams on 5 fouls each already, or possibly even more.
Who we got on?
And looking at the stat leaders.
23 points, 21 points.
Yeah. I mean, so for Jonah Perez on 19 points at the moment. Brody Schwarzer lighting it up 16 points. And meanwhile, for Maitland, we have Billy Parsons on 15 and Connor Edwards chipping in 12 points as well. But good spread across the board. You got players like Riley Markovic on 8 as well. And Ben Matthews on 8 too. So a good spread from the Maitland team. Their starting 5 really hyper-talented, but backed up by some very capable reserves too. And with 3:20 to go in the third quarter, I think this is money time in the game, Garen. Whoever can grab the momentum here is going to have a really good chance. And they're going to stay in that 2-3 zone. This time, Maitland Mustangs, instead of doing the psych out to the man.
Yeah, gotta love that. That Miami Heat.
Stasio,
gets them off guard and they need to steal.
And look at Matthews, look at that speed.
Pushing it in transition, forward a stand. Finds a kick out. Very patient there, not rushing it. In the paint on that quick double. Finds a wide open shooter in the corner pocket. Pretty easy. Wow. Off the timeout. Gets the stop in his own defense and corner pocket bang bang play on the kick out.
For James Beavis, I'm sorry I gave that one to Testoni, but James Beavis for 3, baby. Lovely shot there in the corner, much needed for the Maitland Mustangs. 2 points in it.
So patient by your Maitland Mustangs as your Penrith. 9 seconds on the clock.
Perez gets the screen for Fatui.
Off the screen action, the hard dribble, the spin move, the dump off,
and
the soft touch by the big fella off the spin move handoff.
Powers it in.
Wow, what a play, James, what a play. Frenetic pace here in these last 2 minutes.
Matthews, string bean going in for it, but can't get it back, and that's going to go back to Penrith. Love to see it from Ben Matthews. He's got really good handles for his position. But unfortunately, turning the ball over there. And we're going to see a bit of press action coming
Plays
here, Garen. What do you see out there?
Yeah. So we got the 2-3 action or the 3-2 action here. Trying to get that quick trap here. Trying to rotate early.
Oh, and they're going to get the
very
steal.
handsy defense, and it leads
Well
to Maitland
done.
Mustangs ball. What frenetic defense there. Sort of play that 3-2, the middle sagging a little bit. Trying to get that trap, that handsy defense Maitland wants to see. Changing it up again in this chest paddle game.
Yeah, Isaac Testoni really bringing that energy off the bench. And here he is again, holding the ball up, finding Markovic, going to his right. Overpowered there by Fatui in the
right
post.
play you want to go. Stick to what worked well for the last few possessions in that post-up.
Fatui, steam barreling.
Yeah.
Steam training. And here we go. Here's Testoni.
Feeds it off to Testoni. Got it 19 on the clock. Being patient, keeping that dribble alive. On the hard show and go to scoop to the basket, unable to get the kind roll.
Yeah, but going up to the rebound, Isaac Testoni.
Gets it off to Matthews on the overboard.
Matthews going to slow him down a bit, 1:20 to go. He's going to take his man on ISO here. Thinks he can get around for Tui, but finds a cutting Markovic on the baseline.
Back out to Faber. Has to shoot it. Turnover.
Threw it straight to Perez. Perez is going to push the pace here. He's got options.
Mismatching numbers. Gets it on the kick out. Ooh, great look there. Overboards again by Jonah Perez. What is that? His 4th or 5th overboard. No box outs by Maitland. Lead the overboards by Penrith Panthers. On a reset. 7 on the clock here. With the dribble. Gets it on the hard show. That hard floating shot. Ooh.
And they're going to call a charge. And who else but Isaac Testoni? Really throwing his body around out there. An Energizer Bunny off the bench for this Maitland Mustangs team. Isaac Testoni is trying to win this grand final by any means necessary. And we're going to see Blair Williams check back in the game.
Foul trouble, Blair Williams checking in the crucial moments to provide his defensive presence. That is what he's on here for. To shoot threes, the open threes, and to play good defense.
A little bit of full court action, a bit of a lazier full court action there for Penrith. Just trying to take a couple of seconds off the shot clock. 45 seconds to go.
The hard drive.
Faber fouled.
This wasn't setting time leading to the foul games. Wow. Early huddle, yeah. You want to see that defense get there early and set before they get the drive. But good aggressive drive. If they close out to you, that's what you want to see. Put the ball to the deck, right? Couple hard dribbles. Showcase that floater. Showcase that flip shot, that scoop shot, that underhand shot. So, yeah, what have we got here, James?
Yeah, and hitting the line is Kai Faber. Of course, hits such an important shot to knock the Hills Hornets out of the finals and advance through to the semis. Such a clutch shot. Got the Maitland Mustangs and the Federation Centre just pumping up in Maitland. We're going to see a timeout on the floor.
Cutting through this Penrith Panthers defense like a lightsaber. So that's what you want to see by Faber, just finding the gaps and being aggressive. And wow, what a game! What a game!
See a bit of a half-court press here. Look at Testoni, the energy and effort. Estasio swings it out. Gets it back though. Williams holds the ball up. Testoni guarding him. Dribble handoff for Estasio.
Thought about it there.
Looking to attack. Pump fake. Steps through.
Scoop shot. Unable to get it, but the put back with the one hand. Showcasing his strength and timing on that one. Great play there. Don't want to foul here. 16 seconds. Let him play the shot clock. There's a foul.
Foul off the ball. Estasio getting a little overzealous there on Kai Faber. As a bit of trash and talk afterwards. But all in the intensity of the game, 4 points in it with 13 seconds to go in the third quarter.
A lot of coaches emphasize this. I know it's easier said than done. Defense without fouling is really crucial. Defense without fouling, as we got
Schwarzer checking back in.
Yeah.
Brody Schwarzer having an electric game so far. So Brody Schwartz on 16 points so far in this game, really lighting it up. But it's what you would expect from one of the star players on the Panthers team.
Yeah, and what's that? Estasio's 4th foul, so it's going to be tough. Don't want to foul out if you're Estasio. They need you in the 4th quarter for crucial defensive moments.
Yeah, so Faber with more free throws. Great moves from the young star, really slowing the game down, getting some cheap baskets from the free-throw line. 8 seconds on the clock.
6 on the clock. The hard drive.
Yeah,
gets it to go, and good hands there by Maitland Mustangs. Out of bounds play. 2 seconds, that's plenty of time in basketball to get off a good look.
Vujanic's looking aggressive there. Looks like they're going to run a bit of a box play
that little box or that stack action. Get a little bit of that short corner shot, that little pop shot.
Vujanic gets the ball up.
Gets a pretty clean look and banks it in. And banks it in to end the third quarter. The bank is open. Wait a second. Wait a second, referees are going to review
Wait
it.
a minute.
No
Wait a
basket,
minute.
so
No
the
basket.
referees,
Oh,
okay.
come on, give it. Yeah, let's give like 1 or 2 points
That
consolation.
would have
That
been
was such an
huge, but
amazing
hey,
shot.
made do with what you had. Didn't have a whole lot of time. Was able to bank it. Unable to count it, says the referee.
Yeah, high off the bank there, but good momentum swing for the Penrith Panthers. Up 68 to 66. Maitland also, look, a very convincing performance there in the third quarter.
Really
I guess what I'm trying to say, Garen, is
it was
is
their
neck
defense,
and neck.
right? It was Maitland's defense that made this a 2-point game. What did you see in their defense? What traps were they running? What was that 3-2 scenario where you had the
Running a bit of that
traps in the field?
half-court swarm action. You know, that triangle shape at the top, 3-man, spearheaded by someone in the middle. And
It really
trying to push it
confuses
to the
you, right?
sideline, yeah.
As a point guard, someone bring up the Roy. It really confuses you and puts you off. So Jared Moore trying to change it up here on his clipboard.
Yeah, and Jared Moore just looking to lay down the law to his troops. A tactical mastermind. Of course, this Penrith Panthers side playing with such heart and tenacity. Jonah Perez up to 19 points now. And and thank you to everyone behind the scenes as well. Our technical support, our technical officials, BNSW in
Privilege,
combination with NBL1 have put on such a good weekend here at the Hills Basketball Stadium.
So,
of course, if you're anywhere out there watching this action thinking, man, I got to get in on this grand final action, get down to the Hills Basketball Stadium now.
A quick sneak peek at Jared Moore's clipboard. Basically, one thing I wanted to emphasize, when the Maitland Mustangs drive in, and especially on those last few plays, Kai Faber, how you close out and trap early without fouling, build that wall, build that connection to force the kickouts and then rotate to the shooters. That's going to be crucial for Penrith Panthers defense leading into the next half. So, yeah, it's going to be crucial.
I know. I mean, defense will win it, but Garen, look, I mean, an early call, which I really hope doesn't come true. I hope it doesn't come down to foul shots. And I've said that earlier, but it has been one of those type of games. Almost every quarter has gone into
thanks
foul
to the
trouble.
Waters, BNSW, shout out to the Alkaline Water, fueling and hydrating your athletes for your today's broadcast.
Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's money time. It's the high pressure situation. 2 points in it to go in the 2022 Youth League Grand Final between the Penrith Panthers and the Maitland Mustangs.
Let's get it. Frenetic fourth quarter. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's keep that energy up in the crowd as well. I mean, it's about a 50-50 split. Making it a trip down from Maitland.
Couldn't have asked for a better final if you wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, I know
it's
a cliche, but you see what these two teams in the grand final as Beavers sets up the offense, finds Faber. Back to Beavers, gets the screen from Mortimer. Good to see Mortimer back on. Going for the rebound, it was Schwarzer.
Yeah, was able to rotate a little bit on that and get over that to get to the shooter, but
Schwarzer, dribble hand of action to Williams.
Handoff and then the screen, gets a
tough
hard
in the
shot
paint,
and go.
gets
But
the
good
floater.
defense by Maitland, showing the hands and walling up there. Had the initial handoff, had the initial screen, and wow. No call on that screen,
Roll. Faber. Oh, and of course it's Testoni flying for the rebound.
Wow, showcasing his linebacker play on that one, just shoving him on that. No call.
Yeah, catch and pass in the same.
On the step back. That's what you want to see by Kai Faber. With shot creation. They're going to take away your layup. Okay, I'm going to take the step back. Be creative. The full repertoire on display by Kai Faber.
Faber Castell just showing his artistic streak on that finish. So creative. Can finish in so many different ways.
Short corner pocket. Bang, bang play there. Early bucket. Making it a 2-point game. Wow.
Not calling off. Yeah, hands up. Jeez. The Penrith bench are just cheering their team on. They really want the effort out there. The intensity through the roof here at the Hills Basketball Stadium. Markovic holding it up in the high post. Finds Beavers in the corner. Going baseline. Finds a cutting Mortimer.
Cut. Move without the basketball. Scoring without the basketball. So crucial. Hard cuts, hard dives, hard curls to the baskets, led to that finger roll finesse.
Swartz looking for the pass there, but that's going to be off Riley Markins' feet. So.
Shout out to the kicks Marco's wearing, the lead official Marco. So beautiful shoes there. Players around this league love their kicks and a hard take.
Sam Perez.
Same spot, same shot, different player, but same results. Got to get out to that shot.
Yeah, Coden, the nice little mid-range pop there. Who said the mid-range?
Bit of a lost art. Yeah, who said the mid-range is a lost art? Not reminiscent here. But that's Jared Moore and his holistic approach to the game. Doing the unorthodox. And paying off.
Testoni finds Riley Markovic so strong. so
soft,
strong,
hard,
so long in the paint, gets the two.
Those couple back down dribbles, being able to find his comfort zone in that spin. Ooh, gambles on the steal, leading to a pass, hands it off to in the paint.
Oh, Fatui, so blocked a kick
Kicks
there.
out, can you
Schwartz
bank
is
it?
up.
Ooh.
Oh. That's all right. Schwartz has got to keep shooting for this
Yeah,
Penrith
late
team.
shot clock
Oh,
scenario. Hands
Jordan
the defense.
hits his pocket
Leads to a
cookies.
foul.
Maybe a bit of milk on the side for those cookies.
Yeah, no milk here. Well, lactose intolerant here on the broadcast crew. But wow, good hands there, and wow.
I know, the energy is just through the roof here. And we've got the
Both
headphones
players,
on,
both
Garen. We
coaches
can
looking
still
at
hear
the
it.
scouting, not scouting, the film after this. I'm just gonna like, the necks are gonna hurt after this game. It's gonna be back and forth on these presses and diamond plays run. So
Holding the ball up. Got
getting that
Mortimer,
pain,
finds Markovic.
gotta change it up.
Going
Different
hard in
looks,
the
yeah.
paint. Yeah.
It's been the Kai Faber and Riley Markovic show with no what's it called? With
Sam
no
Perez sets the table
Jake Hall
here.
Yeah.
Fatui.
Wide open is
Balls
Fatui.
up, and it's good.
Says I can rain the three as well from the top of the key.
Operator. That's Jaden for you. I mean, Jaden Fatui smooth there.
Wow.
Mortimer,
Two
go
hands. What?
Jeez.
The guts to go for the two-hand slam. Will Mortimer
Yeah,
in the
goes
fourth
for the
quarter
jam against
of the
peanut butter.
NBL1 Waratah Finals for your youth league, man. The guts to attempt that. Wow. No let-up mentality is Will Mortimer. Damn.
Yeah, Will Mortimer
Damn.
showing those hogs.
Okay.
They're going to be having nightmares about this front court at the Penrith Panthers.
The energy is through the roof, James. Look at the crowd at it. Wow.
I think they call it the Penrith Panthers, the black hole they call them, the supporter group of the Penrith Panthers.
Shout out to Maitland Mustangs. You guys have done a great job all season long and all previous seasons in the Waratah League. So
Yeah, always punching above their weight, the Mustangs.
the dark
Perez
horses
is going to set the table
the dark
here.
horses in the association.
I like that with the wordplay. In the paint, going hard. Schwarzer,
Yeah.
no worries, baby. Makes the contact
late
and the
rotation
foul.
leading to the and one miscommunication there.
Oh,
Can't
he's going to
have
get a
that
talking
after a
to
good
from
play.
the teacher.
Yeah, need a huddle
He's
there.
going to be
Need
in
to
the naughty
rotate on.
corner maybe here, Brody Schwarzer.
Yeah, coach not happy. That's all right. Coach saying that's all right. Next play, 6 minutes and 43 seconds. Plenty of time here. So
Yeah, Vujanic is going to check back in now. They're going to need a big fourth quarter from him. If he can get that three-pointer going, it might be all she wrote here at the Hill Stadium. But still, 6 minutes 40 to go, 77-73 on the line of Schwarzer. And makes the and one stick.
and
Brody
as
Schwarzer
Sutherland
couple, he's couple.
commentary like to say, buries it, buries it, buries it, and buries it.
Yeah.
Sutherland commentary. Shout out to Sutherland commentary.
Yeah, they got great commentators down there doing a really, really good job.
Best of luck in Melbourne. Buries it. As we got Maitland with the ball here. 6:40 and change left on the clock. 5-point game, plenty of time. Momentum shifter. Can Maitland build that here? On a post up. MVP going to work.
Billy
Finds it
passing,
in the
swings
kick
it
out.
to
Gets
Edwards,
the short
breaks
corner.
some
Ankle
ankles.
breaker. Pickles the twine.
Damn.
Wow.
Blair Williams.
Can I take you for a dance in the Hills Hornets nest? Yes, you can.
I know. Might end up in Nepean Hospital with that ankle breaker. But ends up with it here. Blair Williams, a good shooter himself. Very crafty into the paint, off the right.
Oh,
and Williams
the
with the
putback.
putback. James
Almost
Curtin
bounces in.
goes in for the third spot in the cherry. Gets it to
Persistence
count.
pays on rebounds. Persistence pays. Timing, resiliency, and determination. And what a play.
Connor Edwards keeping the dribble alive. Finds
That
Faber in
hard
the
shot
corner.
and
Off
go.
the
Kai
dribble too.
Faber gets it off and the dump off. And
Guys,
2
wanting
points.
to make it dramatic. And finds Will Mortimer.
Oh,
Can't cover
don't
the
tell me
basket.
there's another injury. Please don't tell me there's another injury.
Yeah, looked like a bit of a gut blow out there. I think that's.
That is
I
not
think
what
that,
you want to
Vujanic
see.
out there.
Man,
Nah,
you
he's a
hate
tough kid, though. He's a
injuries.
tough
You
kid.
hate injuries. Sorry, guys. James and I both hate injuries.
Yeah,
We
nobody
don't want to
wants to
see it
see
in
it.
these young athletes. We want to see him
Looks like
competing.
he's going to walk it off here, Adrian. A soldier. So,
Doesn't need that pickle juice at all. He says, I'm going to put my big boy pants on. 5:45, I'm putting my shit on the line. So
they build them
Yeah.
tough at the foot of the mountains, Garen. They build them tough. And, geez, what a tough game we have on our hands here. Wow. 3 points in it, Garen. 5 minutes 45 to go. Do not leave your screens, ladies and gentlemen. Put it on lock. Here we go. We're going to find out who's going to win this Youth League 2022 title in 5 minutes 30. Perez setting it up for the Penrith Panthers here. Finds Fatui in the corner. Janic goes in, shakes off the injury. Floater goes for the second bite. Can't get it to drop. Billy Parsons
securing the rebound and a much needed rebound to get some momentum for Maitland
Parsons
Mustangs.
up the guts again. Beavers in the
three,
corner.
big shot, connects it, holds the follow through. High fives the Maitland fans on the baseline, on the sideline. Wow.
Shot that one from Merriweather. James Threvis, they call him.
Oh, was it a two-pointer?
Oh,
two-pointer. Either way, much needed shot there by Maitland. Can they generate a stop here? Can they generate a stop? It's
Fatui rolling in the paint.
Kick out,
Janic.
wide open. Oh, the response unable to connect. Oh, wide open look. Had to rotate to the shooter there.
Edwards holding the ball up here. Swings it across. Beavers.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Hold that follow through.
Okay, Beavers. Okay, he's hyped. We're hyped. This arena is getting lit here. 4 minutes and 32
2-point lead for Maitland. They've been down for so long in this game, but managed to crawl in front here.
Yeah.
Let's see if Janic has anything to say about it.
Not taking any chances with Jared Moore putting Jonah Perez back in the game. Not taking any chances at all. Can they generate another score here? Can they generate another score here? Another three, another one. 3 jump shots, back to back to back. Wow, Connor Edwards, and then the other two from Beavers just saying, what?
Wow, he shot that one from Coffs Harbour. Wow, Connor Edwards just completely locked into the three-point line.
Matters the most. Big threes, timely baskets. And if they were going to change momentum, it was going to be now. And what a last 4 minutes it's been. What?
80 to 85, 5 points in it, 4:12 to go. This has been an electrifying grand final. I mean, I got to say, the girls have put in a pretty good show before Sydney Comets going down to Manly Warringah for the Youth Women's Championship.
I mean, that's a hype, energized, pumped up Maitland Mustangs bench now. But it's not over. 4 minutes and 5 points is absolutely heaps of time.
Yeah.
Jared Moore, the mastermind, is going to change it up on defense. Get it between some different hands and see what happens here. But plenty of time for Penrith.
Up to 21. He's going to be crucial. And as well as their point guard, Jonah Perez, 19 points as well. Meanwhile, for Maitland, Billy Parsons is on 15. James Beavers has got his point total up to 13 now. 2 quick threes, James Beavers. Ice in his veins. And 10 points for Riley Markovic. 17 for Connor Edwards. So many contributors all over the floor for this Maitland Mustangs team. Garen, my heart is beating out of my chest. Wow.
Wow. All right, let's go now. 4 minutes left. 5 point
hustling.
Penrith to the ball.
Perez and Edwards has been a great matchup all afternoon, whether it be Sam
Quick
or
handoff
Jonah.
actions.
Here's
Early
Jonah
touches
now.
here. Plays it off the drive.
Sam.
Smart, patient move there. Not rushing it. Gets the time bounce on that one. Use the most of the shot clock to get a good look.
Touches everything in. Sam Perez playing out of his skin. And
that's what you want to see out of a timeout. Yeah, that's what you want to see out of a timeout if you're Penrith. Not rushing it.
There you go. The Maitland assistant coach happy to catch that.
Squeezing the orange a little bit too much, and I don't mean the Maitland Mustangs orange in your local farmers markets. So,
Sam Perez taking control here. Sam Perez taking control. Looking to pull up, slows down, finds the cutter.
Baseline, finds the kick out for Tui for a bang, bang, bang. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Fatui, for 3.
Are these big threes or what? No pressure. Stepping it up when it matters the most. Both ends, both Maitland and Penrith. What a game. What a game it's been, James. Are we going to get overtime?
Parsons in the post. Parsons using that footwork, getting no space for Fatui. Up off the glass.
Great defense. Good wall up there by Penrith Panthers. Wow.
Sam Perez.
Patience now. I love it.
Towards Fatui. Bit of dribble action, looking to pump fake out, can't get it, finds his brother.
Getting the kick out, that's what you love to see in a step back. Ooh. But that's what you want to see off the defensive possession. Being patient, not rushing it, using the most of the 24 seconds if you have to. Maitland with the ball now.
Beavers looking for cutters, getting caught up there is Faber, so they're going to have to look for other options here. Beavers finds Mortimer eventually, gets the scrape from him too. Beavers off the right hand.
High glasser, gets the bank shot to go. Soft finesse, high grasser, patient move there. It is 2-point game, folks. 2:19 and change.
With 2 minutes to go, Schwarzer hand in his face, Faber not giving him an inch of space.
Another three for Tui! Another 3 for Tui! A bit earlier than Jared Moore would have liked to expect, but if you're in rhythm, let it fly.
1 point in it now,
String
Garrett.
music, and Jared Moore loving it. The energy from Penrith Panthers through the roof. 1-point game, James.
Went down and over it again in absolute disbelief as Connor
A
Edwards.
defensive chess battle. The whole game it's been a defensive chess
An
battle.
uncharacteristic mistake there,
One
though.
team gets a 3, another team gets a stop. Other team gets a 3, one team gets a stop. How smart and how energetic and how well this team, two teams played.
1 point in it, 2 minutes to go for Tui's going to inbound the ball to Perez.
They could split the trophy, they honestly should, the way both teams have been playing, but you can't. There can only be one winner, and what a game it's been, folks.
For Tui looking to attack.
Danger man in the fourth quarter. The danger man in the fourth quarter. Ooh,
Jaden
got the O-board.
Yeah, Perez playing with so much
Use some
energy
clock
out
here.
there.
That's
that
what you
leads
want
to
to
the
see.
team.
You're up 1 point, you want to use some clock. Gets you off to Perez.
Perez
Screen
switches it to
action.
his left, spins, steps through. Ooh, gets the foul though. That's going to be called on to Ben Matthews at the wall up, but drew the contact still. And Garen, great to see this in the fourth quarter from both teams. Not too many fouls, so
Yeah.
you know, both teams far
On
left
the
and
team
bonus
of the
2-1.
year, I mean, played for Joey's basketball, Dominic's college. Last game he had 10 points. This game really stepping up. When it matters the most, honestly, like both Perez and Fatui, like
Putting
really
the team
taking
on
big
his
shots.
back. Jonah Perez is up to 20 points now, Garen. What an impressive grand final. And also supporting him, Brody Schwarzer. I mean, what else you'd expect but 21
The
points.
running mates, 100%.
They've come to play the Panthers.
100%.
Billy Parsons skies for the rebound. They're going
2-point
to set it
game,
up here.
133, plenty of time.
Finding Matthews. The bigs trying to set up the offense
Short
here for
corner,
Maitland. Edwards,
offset
always
that.
aggressive.
Yeah, Kai Faber offset, he didn't get the ball. Maybe you didn't see him on that short corner there. Corner's open, Kai Faber.
Oh, a bit of a blocking
foul.
foul call. Almost looked like a push-off, but Jonah Perez is going to be called for the blocking foul. That's his fourth foul, Garen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ravel Estacio about to check back in. They're going to need his defense now. Wow.
Yeah, good substitution though. Look, I mean,
So-
if Perez is in foul trouble, that's his fifth foul. He's going to foul out, but
Damn.
Estacio coming in, a very safe pair of hands for this Penrith Panthers team.
Mate, he
Been
gave it
great
his
out
all,
there.
James. He gave it his all. He played his best and unlucky on that one. I mean,
Yeah,
couldn't
Jonah
have
Perez
asked-
played it with
yeah.
so much heart and energy. Really the soul of this Panthers team. 1 minute to go, Garen. 2 points in it. The defense chant is rumbling through the Hill Stadium as Matthews
He's getting
looks to
electrifying,
attack.
folks, on the post-up.
Blocked
Good
by
defense,
Schwarzer.
good wall up, great communication and timing there.
Schwarzer looking like legendary Socceroos goalkeeper Mark Schwarzer with the hands there. Estacio holds the ball up. Looks for
Gets it,
Fatui.
being patient and using most of the clock is Penrith. Waiting for that screen action, that high screen action.
5
Gets
seconds
it.
on the clock here.
Gets it to go on the reverse kick out. Good hand there by
Perez,
Maitland.
wow, manages to throw it back.
3
off
seconds again on the
Maitland's
clock,
hand.
similar like we saw before you. 3 seconds on the clock, and that's plenty of time for an out-of-bounds stack play or an out-of-bounds
Sam
screen
Perez,
action here.
who's he going to look for? Schwarzer gets
Gets it again. Can you get that bank shot?
Looking to
Or that
attack, floater.
Wow. Bit strong
It's
there.
all right.
On
Wow.
the rebound, 2 out of
Matthews,
steam. He's
frenetic
been,
pace.
yeah.
Estacio manages
Sorry,
to get in front
Connor
of him.
Edwards.
Yeah, Billy Parsons has the ball stripped from Tui. Wow, crucial play there.
Timely steal, crucial play.
Wow, blocking foul.
Oh, I'm not happy. It's Connor Edwards and a tech foul there by Connor Edwards. Not happy on the call. Was
He's
running
played
the
so
charge.
fired up, Connor Edwards. The pocket rocket for Connor Edwards. That's
That
going
would
to
have
be
been a big
his second
momentum
foul.
change. That would have been a big momentum change.
Oh, the refs having a bit of a discussion here. They don't know what to call.
That would have been a massive
I
momentum
think we had
change
either
if that
blocking or
was-
charging. That's why you saw both players come up and celebrate because they thought they got the call
Listen,
there.
here in the Waratah League, there's no video replay monitors, there's no coaching challenges. You've got to play with what these trusted officials call. It's going to be possession after
wow.
this free throw. So
I mean, that's so important here. Oh, Sam Perez can't get the free throw to drop, so it's going to stay a 2-point game here, Garen. Penrith will retain possession, though. Jeez, that tech foul could have been so crucial. Could have made it a 3-point game, but couldn't get it to drop. 27 points left in it. Perez getting absolutely hounded by Edwards. He's not getting him an inch of space, Connor Edwards.
He's in the
Vujanic.
most of his shot clock, which is what you want to do. Score to the very last second. Don't
Perez.
force a bad shot early to give Maitland a chance to
Waratah back to Perez. Finds
8
Vujanic.
seconds. Yeah. Eventually there's going to be a point where you foul or you wait for the shot clock to run out if you're Maitland. Maitland has to guard up well and make sure when Penrith do get a shot off, it's tough. Or play the fouling game. So
it's going to be the 5th foul there for Maitland, so that's going to send Adrian Vujanic to the line.
much needed big free throws. Scoring 1 of 2 can still give a chance for Maitland to get a free on the other end. Hitting both can make it tough.
Yeah.
Hitting both can make it tough as he connects the first one.
Yeah, Penrith has sent Caleb Fatui back to the basket for
big
insurance.
free throw there by Vuljanic.
3-point game.
One, yeah.
9 seconds in it.
Ooh,
Brings out. Big rebound by BP. The MVP.
Oh, but the clamps and the steal.
And who else but Sam
steal. And the timeout by Maitland. What timely play by your Penrith Panthers. Samuel Perez. Wow.
Last game.
Could you have asked for a better play?
Clutch still. The layup. Send the black hole the Penrith Panthers.
What a
fans
smart
running.
IQ, energetic steal. Could you have asked for a better play here in the most crucial game of the Penrith Panthers Youth League season? Wow. Off a missed free throw. Wow.
Man,
wow.
I got those
wow.
goosebumps from that. That was insane, Garen.
That would have been big because that would have given a chance for Maitland Mustangs to be able to get a 3-point shot off. And they couldn't due to the smart defense, the good read. Wow.
It means so much for Sam.
Give him the game
Perez.
ball, folks.
Oh, Sam Perez has
Wow.
had a great game on and off the ball for this Penrith Panthers team. He's provided so much defensive energy and getting the steal there. Wow, it's all ahead of us. 6 seconds to go. And there it is all to play for here. Penrith contested on the tip of their tongue. The Penrith Panthers they want to get a Mexican wave going. And meanwhile, on the other hand, Maitland Mustangs want to get some bang-bang threes to get a chance to win this
you want to
game.
get bang-bang threes off quick sets. While Penrith, you do not want to foul on shooters. Wall up and close out without fouling. Live with tough makes. You can live with tough makes. Just do not foul. Do not foul.
So 5 points
6.2
in it,
seconds
yeah.
there. 6.2 is 5 points in it. Anything's possible, James. Anything's possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a moment in history. Beavis
Gets it to go.
looks for the
It's
pull-up.
a pretty clean look at it.
Oh,
Coming
front
up
rings
short.
it out. And
Penrith Panthers are your Youth League 2022 champions. What a game. 92-87. Both teams are high. Penrith is high.
And congratulations to the Maitland Mustangs as well. What a hard-fought game out there.
Game. You guys did absolutely amazing all season long.
Should be so proud of
Yeah,
themselves.
you guys should.
But Penrith Panthers under coach Jared Moore are your 2022 Waratah Youth League men's champions.
I mean, what a game it was. We called it from the get-go, a very frenetic pace. Very frenetic pace. I mean, it was going to be a high intensity, a high pace all game long. Maitland gave it their all after Jay Cole got injured, and yeah.
I mean, so many great performances out there. We had Schwarzer getting 21 points, Perez with Perez chipping in as well with 20 points as well. You got to think, Jonah Perez, I mean, for me, Garen, our player of the game.
He did. The way he rebounded the ball, the way he was being active on defense, his hands, showcasing the ability to run, shoot the ball. He was crucial in the game that really mattered the most. The game that had to be a high frenetic defense. It was a chess battle by both coaches, and Jared Moore winning the chess battle. Unlucky, Jay Cole getting the injury from your Maitland Mustangs, but what a game, what a frenetic, energetic pace it has been. I mean, stay tuned for the trophy presentation.
Yeah, and we can hopefully keep our marks going throughout the trophy presentation to give you a few more details on the players from this Penrith Panthers team. Homegrown talent, ladies and gentlemen. This is at its best.
From the ground on
do
up,
it well.
this team has been like tight-knit all season long, and for a long time now in this Jared Moore system. Basketball wizardry, the unique approach, the holistic approach Jared Moore had on the game has led to him in this position. I mean, Penrith Panthers have a great system there, great coaching staff, and an amazing job. I mean, what an amazing job they've done down there. So, best of luck to other teams competing, but well done, Penrith Panthers, and coming up short, your Maitland
I know, it means so much for them. It means so much for the Penrith Panthers team. I mean, they're a heart and soul kind of club. Got such a good program going out there from juniors all the way to their seniors team, and hopefully will be joining NBL 1 East season next year. Would love to travel out to Penrith to watch them play, and I wouldn't be surprised to see plenty of these players featuring that team.
Yeah, and keep your head up, Maitland. You guys had a terrific season. Also a terrific program there in the stables down in Maitland. You guys have such young talent. Yeah, I mean, Jake Hall, and then you got Billy Parsons, and hopefully they can play NBL 1 and continue to play NBL 1 and be dominant. So best of luck in your NBL 1 game for your Maitland Mustangs, and your Penrith Panthers are your 2022 Waratah League Youth Champions.
Yes, and just a quick side note, before you do, please don't leave us on the broadcast. We'll keep the trophy presentations going.
We'll try to get an interview with maybe one of the players.
Is the NBL 1 Women's Grand Final between Cronulla Sutherland Sharks and Albury Wodonga Bandits. That's going to be a great matchup. Stick around for that. But still, Garen, we have so much to break down from this Penrith Panthers victory over the Maitland Mustangs in the Youth League Grand Final. They're getting their championship trophies, and we'll see, Garen, if we can find a player to interview from the Penrith Panthers team that did so well. I mean, they're just such a hyper-talented team. Played so hard this year. Were the top seed in the competition the whole year. I mean, the number 1 seed, of course, our Bears were in second and Maitland in third. So you would expect it from the Penrith Panthers team to win. And Coach Jared Moore is going to join us in the broadcast.
First of all, congratulations, mate, on such a hard fought-out game. I mean, these teams brought from the ground on up, the resiliency, the roots, like the camaraderie, the chemistry you guys play with, the putting your body on the line, diving on loose balls, really showed out today. Everyone came in with that same mentality, next man up mentality, and it really showed. What did you like out of your boys throughout the season? And
well, the same thing we've been harping about the whole season, grit. Grit is everything. You're down, you get back up. You trip over, you get back up. You're losing, you get back up. You get elbowed in the ribs, you get back up, no matter what. And these guys from day one of pre-season up until now have just been teaching the bounce back. So I couldn't be happier for them. Could not be happier for them.
Yeah, you're going up a great squad against a great squad, Maitland Mustangs, against a high IQ coach, Callum Wade. And unlucky on the injury to Jay Core, but that really gave you some momentum, that boost to just get over the edge. You yourself have a very unique, holistic approach to the way you coach the game, and it really showed today. And, I mean, yeah, like, great game, awesome for you guys. I mean, you're champions and all the best.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for joining.
And Maitland's a good team. Maitland are unreal. They're tough, they're smart, and we knew we were coming up against a high-caliber team, and it was a shame to see Jay Cole go down. You never want to see a player get injured in a grand final match. You want to win the right way. Yeah, they're really similar to you guys in the sense they built their young guys from a young age and brought that system up. So yeah, it's good to see two teams competing at that energetic level. You couldn't have asked for a better game in the heart of Hills, and thanks for joining us, and congratulations. Thank you.
Jared Moore gets stolen from the broadcast to go accept his Coach of the Year 2022 for the Youth League competition. Who'd have to rip the headset off him there, but so humble to talk to. Gave such a good speech there, you know, acknowledging, and you can see how much it means to his players, how much they love playing for Jared Moore, and they're going to give him the old Titanic jump into his arms, lift him up, Rose. Beautiful. Great for the Penrith Panthers team. And Billy Parsons, league MVP, is going to get acknowledged here. What a season from Billy Parsons. What did you see out there from the Tamworth local? 25 points. Last game, got 23 points. In this game, managed to post 15 points. Billy Parsons.
This is a warm-up game for Billy Parsons for the NBL 1. Unlucky they couldn't get the win. Jay Cole being injured. But Billy Parsons is going to basically step it up now in the NBL 1.
But you can see how much it means to him, Garen. He just left it all out there on the court. He's devastated.
He really did. You couldn't have asked for a better game. It's just one team played just a little bit better than what you would have wanted. But that's small details. That one chance you have to build that momentum, that run. You've got to take advantage of that. And
this is just the beginning for Billy Parsons. He's going to be a huge name in Australian basketball.
Shout out to our officials as well. Marco, well done on officiating the Youth League game. You did a great job today. Looking at our other officials too. Give me a second. So we got Marco. We had, I think it was George Christakis. Correct me if I'm wrong.
And now they're going to call up Connor Edwards. He's going to say a few words. Of course, he's the captain. Connor Edwards played with so much tenacity out there. Nothing but respect for Connor Edwards.
Yep.
So
been
we're
a team
going
to beat all year, and it goes to show today. we just couldn't get away with the chocolates in the end. You were too good, so well done. To our guys, our supporters in the stands coming away from Maitland, 2-hour drive, so we really appreciate it coming out, all the bangers, the Hills Hornets for hosting, and of course Basketball New South Wales, and last but not least, our guys.
So we got plenty of
obviously
time.
silver's not as good a colour as gold, and we can't wear that banner around our neck on Mad Monday, but nonetheless I'm sure we'll go hard. Thanks to Cal. Obviously Cal, this guy puts in 10-hour weeks towards us, and he can't put us on the floor without him, so thanks to Cal. Also to Andres, Luke, and where's T-Rev? Probably hiding somewhere. T-Rev. And Soph, all right? Our uniforms have never smelt cleaner, so thank you, Soph.
And now I'll ask Lee to present the runner-up medals to the Maitland Mustangs, starting with number 4, Ben Matthews. Number 6, Connor Edwards. Number 7, Isaac Testoni. Number 8, Jay Cole. Number 9, Matthew McGann. Number 10, Riley Markovich. Number 12, Ashton Proctor. Number 14, Kay Fiber. Number 15, James Beavis. Number 21, Jesse Parker. Number 23, Will Mortimer. And number 25, Billy Parsons. Their coach, Callum Wade. Assistant coaches, Andre Janulikis, Luke Boyle and Trevor Gallagher. And their manager, Sophie Burton.